Okay, you're live.
Welcome. It is Friday, August 22nd at 9:00. Appreciate everybody being here as we dive back into a budget workshop. Joining us today is Paige from Baker Tilly. Thank you for making the trip down to assist with budget. I think everybody else is the normals that are here. John Lisby said he might try to be here, but I don't know.
Did he have something until noon today?
Maybe.
I thought that was what he said, but I'm not certain.
I don't know. I bet I'm pushing 1,000
We have a lot
text
of
messages and
I was gonna
emails
say,
for
we
the
have a
week.
lot of
So.
meetings anymore. I'm not sure which meetings.
Right.
What, when.
Yeah, I passed myself. Something going. Last week you can come up if you want. You can sit there if you want. But last week we talked about the drug-free communities thing and had some questions. So I think we did an email kind of back and forth and we talked about clearing the air on some of it.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm Carissa Miller. I'm the coordinator for CSIP Scott County. So just to kind of give you a little bit of state statute information about the Drug-Free Communities Fund. So the local coordinating councils receive funding from the County Drug-Free Community Fund. It's established in each county to promote local alcohol and substance use and misuse prevention initiatives by supporting local funding for treatment, education, and criminal justice efforts. The funds consist of amounts deposited under Indiana Code 333772C and Indiana Code 333778E. These funds reside at the county fiscal agency, so the auditor's office. So just to give you an idea of where those funds come from, those are not taxpayer funds. What happens is I usually use John, but I can't do that in this group. So Bob, right, gets arrested for a substance-related crime. Yeah, apparently.
Took me a minute. We got plenty of jobs.
You, John, you can just pick one.
Just pick a different
Pick
one,
one.
yeah. So if Bob gets arrested, right, regular citizen gets arrested for a substance-related crime, the court assesses a drug interdiction fee. So that fee is added to the additional court fees that somebody has to pay whenever they're involved with the criminal justice system. Those are collected by the clerk's office, put into the County Drug-Free Communities Fund, and then those funds are granted out. So CEAS, the local coordinating council, has to come up with an annual comprehensive community plan. So we have about 60 different organizations that contribute to that plan. We work on it from January of each year until March. It gets submitted to the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, and they approve it, and then we come back to the commissioners and say, here are the grants that people have applied for. This, our grants committee, this is who they're wanting to fund and at what numbers. The commissioners then say, yeah, that's good. So ICJI has approved our amount, and then the auditor's office has to cut the checks for our grantees. So that's kind of the way that those funds work. The problem is, I mean, it's August, right? You guys are doing budget estimates. I have to submit a budget estimate, usually July, August timeframe, about how much money is going to be in that fund December 31st. So I own a crystal ball. It has never worked. So I know I should have. So I make an educated guess based on generally what we collect. So we collect funds January 1st to December 31st every year to grant out the following year. So when
you collected January 1 of 24 to December
31st
24,
25.
granted in 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I made my estimate last August, so we in 23 and 22 had granted out about $15,000. However, we collected at the end of 2024, our balance was $27,064.36. So I had estimated that our balance was going to be $25,880. So I was under on my estimation by about $2,060. So, and I can give you the exact math if you would like.
No.
Okay. So when we collect those fees, we also have return grant funds, unspent grant funds from the previous year. So our grant cycle, our fiscal cycle runs April 1st to March 31st in line with Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. So when our grants close out in March, people may have unused funds, those have to get rolled into what our existing balance was as of December 31st. And then that's what's granted out in 25. So we had about $300 returned this year. So the amount that was in our account that we granted out was the exact amount that we collected and was granted out per state statute. So the other piece is January 1st to, even to date, we're accruing next year's
26.
funds. So that account balance was never negative. It was never even zeroed out, because by the time that the checks were cut in May, we had January through May.
So let me pause you there. And I
Okay.
guess this is where the confusion came, and I stepped on some toes, which I'm pretty good at when I ask questions, but I'm glad we're clearing it up. So with what she's saying, how does Lao look like that?
I have not had time to check that out today, or this week. I'm sorry. I've been behind and I don't know. I have to go back in.
Because even with what Clarissa said, the coordinator, you,
Mhm.
doesn't make the amount that's on here, so that's not correct.
No.
Well, and there could have been a problem because when I put hers in last year, I remember I made mistakes about where I put things. We had to come back in February and do additionals because I didn't get enough in your budget. And I don't know if that's been it. And like I said, I'm sorry, I just did
Well,
not.
who does your budget that presents to this body?
So I do a budget estimate and I send it to the
Mhm.
auditor's office every year. I've not done that this year. I've not been asked to do that this year. But I did this in August. I submitted this August 24th, I believe.
Is it
last
this
year.
one that we're looking at?
This is, so my budget estimate that I submitted in August of last year, I don't know. I mean, I can show you.
I
It's for
guess
the
It has a request for your, I guess, coordinator's
Mhm.
salary at $5,808. Is that correct?
No.
What is it supposed to be?
My salary is a big whopping $4,800 a year. I
Gotcha.
get paid $400 a month.
And that was probably with a 10% increase then.
Mhm.
It says administrative expenses are $60,000. Is that correct? Or $600, sorry.
So we,
Drug-free
administrative
community.
expenses are based on that balance at the end of the year, so.
Is that
we
what you're
have-
seeking this year? $600?
No,
Okay. What are you seeking
Because
for administrative
for
expenses?
us, let me look.
Let me
So
ask- Ask this question to muddy the water even more.
okay,
Welcome, James. Why do we even do a budget? If this is a grant,
We
why
have
don't
to.
the county just give a grant
We
to
have
cease?
to. So here were the questions that I had. I don't know what code you quoted some code under 36. It's actually 52115, which is allocation of funds and approval of the plans. It says that this body, so what happens is that county fund is allocated by the legislative body. It I guess has given an organization called the Local Coordinating Council. I'm assuming the commissioners, those were my questions because I did not know the answer to these.
Mhm.
Assuming the commissioners appointed CEAST as their local coordinating council, and they have to do
No, the state is who determines local coordinating councils.
a county fiscal body shall annually appropriate from the fund amount allocated by the county legislative body for the use of persons, organizations, and agencies and political subdivisions to carry out recommended actions in a comprehensive drug fee submitted by the local coordinating council. That's you.
Yeah.
To the criminal justice institute. So the
Yes.
state appoints you, not the commissioners.
Yes.
Okay.
So, well, and I will say the CEAS has been in the local coordinating council since 1989, so that was before my time.
That was also before the statute was enacted. So
Yeah, so
this
here the
statute was
statutes.
originally added in 1990. So
Okay.
you have to do a fiscal plan that does 25% in different buckets. One
Yes.
for
Which you sent back.
prevention and education, one for intervention and treatment, one for criminal services and other activities, and then criminal justice criminal justice. And then the remaining allocation can go any between those three. So you determine the amount of the funds that we shall appropriate. So it says that we have to appropriate that. That's why we have to appropriate it. The statute says we do. But so here's what I see. I think the part of the statute that I was like, okay, do we do it? Are we doing it correctly? The answer is obviously yes.
Yes.
So my two issues are 2025, Lao looks like you overspent. And here's the issue with that, is that under Indiana law, anything that has to be appropriated a check cannot be written. If this shows that you're at zero, a check cannot be written or else it's a misdemeanor. This has had, according to Lao, $1,800. I'm gonna let Jennifer figure that out. That's in her her office of why it looks over, but no more checks should be written out of this account until we can balance it out. We understand that
And the
money
same-
comes in
and
at different
Total
buckets of time.
appropriation number matches what you said, the 25,880.
Mhm.
So wherever the mistakes are, I guess would have to be internally.
Yes, so I'll leave her to figure
And
that
that's
out.
why I'll have to go figure it out. I have not
Okay.
looked at it.
But
and
we
I
should
apologize.
not have to appropriate more money to this, is what
I
you're
wouldn't
saying.
think so, no.
We don't have any
Well,
to appropriate.
If there's,
'Cause I don't
if
have-
there's any money not in this account, then someone needs to do a thorough audit, because that's not, no money can be moved by the county in or out of this account.
Correct.
So we only get checks one time a year. And that's usually May,
March.
June timeframe.
Well, I mean, that's my concern. Like, I have a concern here, so I'm gonna let the auditor's office figure that out. My second concern is for 2026.
Yes.
How much are you estimate? I mean, we have to, all of our budgets,
Right.
all of our appropriations are based on what we think is going to come in,
So-
right? So what do you think is coming in 20,
So,
that you will have available, since we do a fiscal, a calendar year, not a fiscal year like you do? I understand the
Right.
state does a
Right.
fiscal year that's different
Which
than
is not
us.
helpful at all.
Which is
No.
not helpful, but.
no, it's not. So that's where, does somebody have a calculator? Because I don't
Yeah,
have.
Sure. Let's
Um,
start with, hold on, your coordinator is supposed to be, what is it?
$4,800.
All right. Everybody have that number on
I
their,
make a lot of money, right?
but at
I
least
know.
let's get these figures.
Yeah, that's what I
Correct.
want to know, because we don't have,
Because administrative
Budget, I guess.
expense,
So for administrative, it is $6,862.07 minus
okay,
that 4,800.
Okay.
$22,062.
no,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't math.
minus 4,800. You said $6,862
And
minus 4,800,
2,062.
I thought you said
Okay.
20,000. Okay, it's too early, and I'm hopped up on prednisone today.
All
So
right,
you need $2,062.07 in
in that line.
Yes.
administrative expenses,
Yes.
okay?
And then cease grant,
So C's grants is 6,862.09
8.
times 3.
209 times 3.
6,862.09.
Right at 20.
Yes.
$20,586.27.
Mhm.
So is that all of your budget then?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 2,062.07 plus the 20,586 plus the $4,800, 27,448.34. And that's what your projected income is for the calendar year, right?
That's what it was this year.
Because
And so that's the.
Now, here's,
even without cutting the
Here's
payback
my
now, we
question
would have
with
only
that.
been at 26,000.
yeah, here's my question with that. If we're advertised at
We
26,408,
can't do it. We can't do it.
you're gonna have to come ask for more money in
She's got-
26 to
she's
get to that.
Gonna be short, in the amount
About
of
$1,700.
$1,040.34.
Okay.
Can I interject here, just?
Sure.
Over the last few years when we've done that, even when we project and it's higher, then when it comes time to award grants, we can't, like, we've had this, like, we don't have this much money to award grants. We
Yeah.
Stay within.
So in this arena of setting budgets for the following year, you could shoot high. We could advertise at 30,000,
Okay.
but we can't go up from what's advertised. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So my ceiling today is 26,408 because that's what was advertised in this. So
Okay.
if we're at 27,448, we can get there, but we're gonna have to get there with an additional in January. So
Okay.
to keep it easier for this setting of a budget, we could always advertise high. And then you can give out grants less than, but we can't advertise low and have more money. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Not to screw
No.
up your timetable any more than it already is, but
Well,
that's
so-
how we have to work in the budget world.
Right. So then that's my question for this body is, so obviously like we estimate, right? And then that's how the budget is set. So as I get from the auditor's office in the beginning of January, what was our balance as of December 31st? I usually try to get that the first week of January because our comprehensive community plan has to build off of that. So once I get that number, say we do collect more fees than what we anticipated. So the appropriate step I'm hearing is to come back and say we need an additional
Yeah.
appropriation. Okay.
And we could do that at any time.
Right.
Well, it
Now,
has to be advertised, it has to run through
Right.
this body, it has to be by
Right.
ordinance, all that stuff, but
yeah,
yes, it can be
we can
done
work through
anytime
that.
of
And
the
you
year.
can just send me an email
Okay.
and Jennifer an email, and we can get you on the agenda. She'll do the advertising. We'll get that done.
I have the list.
But-
So, because as long as we do that in January, and obviously like whatever we'll have to advertise it, come to the, whatever that council meeting looks like, right?
Yeah.
But as long as we get that done in those first couple of months of the year, then that's not, because our grants,
Yeah, then you can have that money.
yeah, so our grants are due like, they come out on April 1st, they're due by April 30th, and then we review them. And then ICJI does their approval
And you should be able to, correct me if I'm wrong, Jennifer, but at any time, this is called a location budget. So at any time you want to see this and how it's looking for the county, it could be emailed to you, I think, from the auditor's
Yeah.
office, just with a request. And
Okay.
that would give you a snapshot of what
Mhm.
we're looking at, whatever happened here, you would have known before I
Right.
stuck it up for the world to see.
Right.
But I mean, I'm sorry, I'm good at that, but I'm just trying to be transparent and figure out
Right.
hold
Why
on,
does it
why
look
in the
like this?
world
Yes.
are we already, why does it look like this?
Right.
So
Right,
that's
well, and
what I
that's,
think got us
yes.
here.
So, because I haven't, like, a normal county department person would be able to see this on
Yes,
a regular basis,
Yes.
whereas I can't.
right,
And so whenever I ask for our balance, I get the ledger sheet.
Yeah.
And
which
so,
is like an expense, the
It shows all
cash
the.
ledger
Yeah.
expense.
because that's what,
transactions.
like, I build off of the ledger,
Which,
and
what does
it
it
sounds
look
like this other fund. So I have the ledger from January 1st to December 31st of
Of 24.
24.
So here's what it looks like right now. According to this, in Lao, it's $383.98 short or negative.
Okay, so why is that negative?
Again, I'll have to go back and look.
So Thrive should have had no money coming out of my account.
Okay, so there are maybe checks that have come out that shouldn't have.
Correct.
Can we?
They did not receive any funds from Cease.
Can we get Kinley, dear? I hate to put you on the spot. Can we get her emailed a location budget and a ledger from January 1 to today's date? That way,
Yeah, because that's
you will have
From
this
11:48.
as well. Yeah, 11:48. Thank you, Kinley. But we can turn it a little bit too if you want. But I guess that's.
Yeah, that's a problem because that's not,
Well, those were January of this year. When you said you've gotten a ledger, did you not see those on the original
those are
ledger?
not, as of December 31st, those are not on ours. And Thrive has not received any funds from us in 2 years.
Okay, wait a minute. So you got a ledger from last year?
Yes.
So you're not getting like monthly ledgers to see if there's an error? Because this has been an error evidently
Since
No.
January.
since January. So
No,
that could have been taken care of 6 months ago, right?
right. That's the issue is like being
Is
able
it
to
an
access
issue
the
to send her?
ledgers.
Oh,
The
there's no
location
problem at all.
budget
I'm
ledger
sorry, we
every
probably
month?
just didn't think of it,
Mhm.
but yeah, anytime we can send them.
And
I think it
I
needs to
think-
be monthly because as you can see,
Right.
there were 60, 90, 90, there was,
Yeah.
200, more than $200 taken out that you're saying should not have been taken out. And that could have been taken care of in January,
Right.
had you had the
does
the
everything
ledger.
else look pretty fair?
Let me look at my,
You're on there.
okay.
No, I'm just getting hurt.
So Cradle
Give her a hard
received
time.
680.
Uh-huh.
All right, Austin High School should have had 2 checks, 900 and 1,600.
Yes.
And then Scott County Partnership for 2,320.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Stillwater for 680.
Uh-huh.
Yep,
Operation Parent for 68209.
yes,
Uh-huh.
Holding Space for 2,500.
yep,
New Frankfort Pentecostal Church for 2,848.47.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Life Spring for 1,513.62.
Yep.
Holding Space again for 1,000.
Yep.
Austin Police Department for 2,500.
yes.
Scottsburg Police Department for 3,362.09.
Yep.
Okay,
And then plus the payment to you guys, 68,
yes.
Yeah.
which I assume is your 4,800 plus
That's our
plus
the,
Austin, yeah, that's our
operating
admin.
plus the admin, yeah.
Yes. So, but that number, is not correct.
So
Well, then you
mostly
take
it's
out
the
this-
90, 90, and 60 is at the
To
top.
Thrive.
Everything
Right.
else should be the same. So, yeah,
Where should that have
$240
went
is
to though?
there.
So,
But that's still gonna put it over the account if you draw 240 out of it.
but that doesn't make sense, because our account balance, December 31st.
So let's go.
You've had 49,000 in receipts and 22,663 as of January 1st.
Let's go back to 20.
You had 27,000.
Which is what you got to look at, right?
Yeah.
So if I change this to 24.
What did you show as your account balance at the end of December?
End of December, I have 27,000. And so, oh, I know exactly what that is. That's our return funds. So when we had the return funds,
Yeah,
I
you said
brought you
300 something
checks.
came
There were
back.
checks that came in.
I brought you
remember.
checks. Those never got put back into my fund.
Okay,
So
so
it
that return
looks
checks.
So
like there's
that is,
92.
let me tell you exactly what that amount is.
Look at 24, it looks like you're $7,000 negative.
Because that was whenever we asked for opioid settlement funds. So we had funds returned of $383.98.
Which is, I think, what that was.
Exactly that.
So those funds never got put back into the drug-free communities fund like they were supposed to. That's where that $300 came from.
So we just need to find.
So
Can you tell me who generated those? Like, who would have returned that?
Austin Police Department and
that
Scottsburg Police
the checks we
Department,
would've
the
seen?
checks
Okay.
that, yeah, they're written directly to the auditor's office and they're supposed to go right back into the drug-free
Okay.
communities fund to be re-granted out for the following year. So we never even cashed those, like those are written directly from,
Them
so,
to us?
yeah, from them to the auditor's office.
I will make sure, I'll see where those went, where
Okay.
they are. We'll get them back.
Yeah, so that's the 383. However, I will say those those checks are
240.
not ours.
Shouldn't be.
Should never have come out of our account. Thrive has not received funding from us since 2023.
Well, if I
Just the
don't do
three-
anything else good. in
Wait on
this,
just a minute, and
we'll
I
get you
think
fixed up.
and I'm having a hard time seeing those numbers. So the negative number there is 383,
98.
98.
That's exactly the
The two
missing.
checks.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking with Thrive, because there was a question earlier this year, somebody asked me, said they're not supposed to be getting money. I think somehow we had money deposited into your account from the state for Thrive. And it was a mistake that was made here, and that's why those checks were sent to Thrive. I'll double check that, but I think that was a mistake made at the state that
But if
we
she has
received
to,
money.
you have to answer your
But I
ledger.
have to answer to Indiana Criminal
Right.
Justice
So that has
Institute
to
as to
come
why
off of
those
here.
are on there. Yeah.
Well, I understand, and I mean, we can tell you, but I'm 75% sure that those came in as a mistake and they were funded or they turned in like they were supposed to go to you. We thought they were there, and then we found out they needed to go back to Thrive. But that was something, and I'll find the particulars on that, but that was earlier this year.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
that should
Thrive's
make
financials are not my problem.
But I understand there's controversy there, I understand that. And that was one of the things, because I've already been questioned by a commissioner about why those checks were going out. And when I asked Mandy, she said, because they were sent to us by mistake. And I'll have to find out who sent them, what it was, but they were sent to us. We had to write them to get them out of that fund, but then that'll make that equal when we find the Austin and Scottsburg.
Well, what I'm hearing you say is that if this is not cleaned up, then your proposal to Criminal Justice Institute could have issues getting approval for you to even operate
Correct. Yes.
this next year.
And we
Yeah.
can show you a paper trail of what happened there, if that'll help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I will need to answer to Indiana Criminal Justice Institute.
Well, wouldn't
because
there be a
that's
debit though?
Right.
Back out of there for those three?
Well,
If it was a mistake?
Because
No,
if
I
You
they're-
had to return
if
them,
they
right?
have
In
checked
we didn't
24.
return them. We didn't have to return them. They were deposited us and they should have gone to Thrive, so they told us just to send the check to Thrive.
So where did they get?
So they're
deposited
included in
into
the
her?
receipts then?
When?
I don't know if it was the
Which
prior
is-
year.
Can you
I'm
go
not
look at the
sure.
Why
receipts?
that, if you look at the cash balance right there, that
Do you have details?
27,034, that's a different amount than my 27,064.36. So whenever this was printed 12/26 of 24 for me, my balance was $27,064.36.
So we go here,
Right.
in this drug-free community, we change this to January 24, and we're 12/31 of 2024.
Mhm.
We shouldn't, let's make sure we got everything here. Let's move all this stuff over.
Looks way too complicated.
That is, move all this over, make sure everything's there. So it's everything complete.
Okay, so,
This should be what you got.
Yeah, there's a Thrive.
Yeah, but see
reimbursement.
that-
Yeah, see those 290s and 60s are receipts.
So,
So
yeah,
she's saying that she got a check for 60 and two for
And they put it
90,
in your,
and they put it in your account
But
and then they write the
these-
checks back out.
these were not on my ledger that was printed December 26th, but then that's showing
September,
August
August.
of 30th, or August 30th.
so if you got one on,
So if you look at my cash
what did
ledger,
you get it, the 26th?
the 26th of December.
Let's look exactly the same date.
Because the explanation would be somebody went in and backdated those and put them in after the report
Mhm.
printed. Because they are there.
They're there. So how do we explain that?
That's, yeah, because that's the ledger that was provided to me December 26th. Which is what we based our comprehensive community plan on, because that's what we're told to do by the state.
Well, that's fine. In this case, it only increased it. It really had a net gain of 0 because it went in and then came back out, but still was an issue that was probably
Well,
known
and-
in December.
I
Just
mean, I
added
guess
back
it's
after
just-
that.
Raises red flags as to why our system is completely different if you look at it on two different days or the same
And
date
I will
that you
say,
got
we
it.
have realized, I didn't realize this was going on, that if they had a check that they didn't know where to deposit when they do to go in, if she had done this at the end of the year, she may well have backdated it, which was also causing a problem with the treasurer. We didn't know. We have figured that out in 25. We've stopped doing that. I mean, and that's something we've just worked with Lau, and we figured out it's a problem. So that could be a reason. I'm not certain sitting here. But the girls in my office thought, and were taught, that whatever date that came in is what it should be receipted to. It should always be receipted to the date that you're putting it in the
That's your
system.
process.
But that's just a system change we had to learn and correct. And like I said, we just learned that very recently, so.
So if we do nothing else, we got your 26 budget lined out.
Okay.
And you're gonna get some monthly reports from the
We should,
auditor's office
yes.
so we can keep in communication and
Yeah.
we don't get in this position again. And then if in the future, when I offend you again, you feel free to call me and let me know and we'll fix it. But
Well, and it's just because this fund is different than
No, I
every
get it.
other
I get
county fund, like I get where there's questions. And like I said, I know when other departments are over budget, and then like you see the discrepancy here on this ledger versus
right,
this LAO
what you're
system
getting, yeah,
and what I get.
this is the LAO system.
Okay, so where the,
I can't answer that. That's a
okay,
No,
auditor
we're
office
what?
question.
Oh, the
that
location
system that
budget.
still shows that we're, yeah, the location budget thing that shows that
I need to
we're
go back and
negative.
look at that because I'm not sure myself, but we'll.
Okay. Cause yeah, if you look at our cash ledger, then you
Because that's
can
what
see
this
that
is.
that's
And then the
not.
other part of LAO is that
Okay.
location budget, which
Yeah.
is just the same.
And it could have easily just been a budgeting error on my part last
Which
year
we can
that
look-
we're still
We can look at that
dealing
too.
with.
Okay.
if you want.
Because like I said, I know I screwed up.
'Cause that would
I
be
think
your
it was the
24.
Salary and something else, we had to do an additional, because I had it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think there
I had all
was,
messed up.
I think there was confusion between CEAS and CASA last year.
There still is in my mind, but I'm trying hard.
Yeah,
I'm still struggling
I'm
with that,
like-
but I'm trying hard.
different, we work together, we do different things together, but not the same. So that's where, like, if you look at our location budget, that, those numbers
Which
don't
is
match
this,
our,
yeah.
yeah, so that's part of our,
And I think part of that
Mhm.
problem is like, this one doesn't even have the coordinator on it. It just has administrative expense then. So at some point it was broke out. So I think we got some fixes to make for the county
There
side.
is, there's so
And
much stuff, and we are working through it.
Moving
but-
forward, I think it'll get better sending you
Yeah,
the
those
reports that we're
monthly
seeing
reports.
so
Yeah,
that,
I didn't realize you weren't getting reports, because we've done emailed ones for others, and now more of the people, it's in the county, I'm not sure about you being outside the county, if I can give
Right.
you read-only rights, but we can definitely send you copies, that's no problem at all.
okay, yeah, because that's kind of the struggle, is like, usually we have to come up here how many times a year,
Oh my
right?
gosh,
And
forever,
get
yeah.
like different balances and all of that, because I don't access the same system.
right.
So, yeah, I mean, and if that Thrive stuff could be
We'll get that.
figured out.
Well, and I don't think I can change it, but I can give you a paper trail that shows why it happened, if that'll
Okay.
work.
Yeah, as long as there's something
Yeah.
that explains, because we can't distribute money beyond our comprehensive
Okay.
community plan out of that account. Otherwise, we can lose basically what would end up happening is if CEAS lost the ability to grant out funds, because the state will freeze them very quickly. If that happens, the county cannot touch those funds. Like, those would have to sit in that account and accrue. They cannot be used for anything else until such time that the state decided to unfreeze our accounts,
Right.
which would, really put a damper on all the different programs that rely on these mini grants. So no officer overtime, no training for officers, no continuing ed for different providers, those kinds of things. So,
Which I'm glad you reached out to, because,
Yeah.
I wanted to get these questions answered, and,
Yeah.
it is a weird budget that we do, and
Right.
so, I guess I try to clean something up every year, so maybe this will be the one everybody's gained a little bit of knowledge on, and we can move forward together, be
Well,
better.
and I just want the community to know, like, these are not taxpayer
Right.
dollars. So like, even if the account is showing the account shouldn't be showing negative, right? But if the account is showing off and I come ask for additional appropriations, I'm not asking for additional taxpayer, dollars. No
Yeah.
taxpayer dollars are included in any of
And
this.
if we do those, remind me, I'll even reiterate that in a meeting. If,
Okay.
when you won't till next year, I may not be the guy, it may be somebody else, but I would recommend saying, hey, just for information, this is from the drug-free community grant program, not
Right.
tax money.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
because that's
appreciate your
where,
time this morning.
yeah, thank you all.
No
I'm
problem.
like,
In the budget for 25, did you send me one?
no, I've not been asked for one.
Well, and I was just saying, maybe
Yeah.
we messed up again. If you wouldn't care to send me a copy, that way that'll
You
help
mean
me figure out what
26?
26, yes.
Okay,
If you don't care, that would help me then figure out what additionals I'll need to do.
okay, okay.
Thank
So
you.
I can do that. Do you all want this copy? Anybody?
The same stuff you emailed me.
Yeah, I've emailed it to you. I just didn't know if the other, because I didn't copy every council member, and Ms. Peters, I did not have your email address, so.
He tells me
But-
what's going on in there.
I figured he could forward it to whoever. I just didn't know if anybody wanted a paper copy to understand all the.
I just had questions because I don't know the history.
Yeah.
And making sure, my first question is this meeting statute?
Right.
Which I think it was, but now we have bigger questions on what the hell's going on with the money. Why is it showing 1,600 in one account,
Yeah.
300 in another? I think we figured out the 300. but-
Yeah, and this may be helpful to you, because this is for Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, and that's got the codes in there.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple codes that kind of dictate it, and how much of that,
I leave
Y'all
that
do
to
your
the
stuff?
commissioners. That's sort of the commissioner's job, but at
Okay.
the same time, I like to know things are being done before we can't obviously, sort
Right.
of like that contract with the sheriff's radios. We couldn't really appropriate any funds, so the council said, or the commissioner said, yeah, we'll
Okay.
redo it. So I always like to make sure at least we have an understanding what's going on. And I think we do now,
so
right?
then I will
I
get.
appreciate it.
Everybody
Yeah.
good? Anybody got any other questions for them while they're here?
I do.
As always, we appreciate what
Yeah.
both of you guys do.
Thank you.
Just a good day.
Thank
I
you.
was trying to clear up some questions, so I think we got that accomplished anyway.
Well, thank you.
Either
I will
way, it's
get
good
the
to see you.
2026.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you.
All right, we got that out of the way.
You guys have fun today.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
come on back if you want some more. I guess we've got Paige here today, so no, the elephant in the room is the biggest budget we have to address is the sheriff. So do we want to dive into that, try to figure out what we do there, or do you guys want to go through budgets? How do you guys want to get working on this? But I think we got to make some decisions, and Paige has got some numbers that they've compiled from Baker Tilly to kind of tell us where they foresee us being. Do you know where our general, I think John had asked to have,
Yes.
like,
And I went through last night, I did, a mistake that I made. I went through everything through 8/12, and I told you guys we would have, and I forget, 13 something. I had put in one of the sheriff's ones wrong. And I'm gonna have to go back and find out how to correct that, but I put them in as 94,000 more. So it's showing us less. The gateway number is 1,232,981 that we have currently. Like I said, there should be about a 94,000 bump because I put 714,000 to 619,000.
So in the general, we got $1.2
2 million.
million.
Paige, does that add up to what you
What
have?
you're showing?
Well, I have a total general fund budget of 14,337,490, but I think that includes that. Let me just check real quick.
Which would be the appropriation still yet to come in that.
No, this is for the 2026 budget in
She's
total.
talking 25, what will
Oh,
25.
25. I have
this is 25.
that you will have an ending cash balance in 25 in the general fund of 514,872.
Okay, well,
We're $500,000 off,
Let me.
No.
My spreadsheet.
we're more than that.
700,000,
Showing, yeah.
almost $750,000 off.
So I show that this includes about 1.5 million in additional appropriations
I think
since
that's,
January.
I think that's what I have. I could,
Okay. And I'm showing revenue in total of 9.8 million. Maybe we're different there.
I did not look at the revenue.
Okay,
went
well, how
through-
did you get your ending?
Okay, I'm going through the gateway, what I put in there, and
Yeah.
I have matched up every one of our
Oh, are we
additional.
talking about appropriations or cash? Are
Well,
you
I'm talking about the appropriations that we put back in there, and then I'm putting it in gateway where our budget's been, and that's the gateway number that's given me.
Oh, so you're talking appropriations, I'm talking cash. So you're saying, right?
Page, what I asked for, is before we got diving into these budgets,
Yeah.
what is our ending balance for 25
Of
Of our
appropriation or cash?
cash?
Okay, well,
Yeah,
cash
that's what we, that's what I was asking.
is 515,000.
That's what we're gonna have.
Because because you'd have to look at revenues to figure out how much cash you're gonna have left, right? So you just-
Exactly, and I hate to say, I guess I'm only looking at the appropriations,
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
what
looking
I
at
think.
what's in
Yeah,
gateway.
You're looking at appropriations.
I thought, did we get gateway
Well, I mean,
fixed? Because earlier. in
we
the
should
year
have
you said-
Gateway-
Income versus
Gateway doesn't-
appropriations equals balance, right?
That's what I was asking for, just a balance. And then if we could do
I
that.
mean, budget gateway isn't complete yet, so
Yeah, I don't know what gateway would, so can
It
you,
just-
do
it'd
you
just
have
be hard
that
to get it.
that she's looking at that
Here,
we
I
can?
Does
can
our-
give you.
Does our allow not show like,
You know, if I run a cash ledger in Lao, and then I show our location budget, we're negative.
Lao doesn't calculate an ending cash though, right?
No.
No. they
I mean, I
don't.
guess the frustration comes from this table of how do we properly sit here and decide what the budget
Right.
if we have no clue what we have?
Well, and I guess how can
That's
Paige
why
give us
we're
an accurate
here. That's
number?
why we're
Nobody
here.
in this building can give us
Because
an
we
accurate number.
prepared a financial plan for all of you. So that's why we're working for the county,
Right.
to help you.
Eric, just give me the whole check on
Yeah,
my
here,
phone.
just,
Johnny?
John,
What I'm just asking is just-
Jane?
it's hard.
Jane, you got one?
Yes.
I got one.
well, I know,
Is that
everyone's
what
system
you're
isn't gonna give you
Yeah.
that information.
James,
Your
give me that
system's
one,
gonna
Ken.
give you
I got
appropriations remaining. The only way you can do ending cash is to do it. Your system-
Can leave a Kleenex or something over there.
She
I just got a little
has to do
drippy
it
drip.
on her own on the side.
And I need my Red Bull tonight.
That's why
I might get some alcohol.
I
She
get
That's all-
confused
Thank
as
you.
to what balance.
That's the only question I have.
Yeah,
Just-
so I,
Which I think is a fair question.
And I understand we pay you to do this, but at the same time, every month there's a question. When we have a $500,000 of appropriations come in and they have to
You should-
consider that,
right. you
we should be
have
able
a
to get-
general idea of.
okay, I just wanna make sure that wasn't unreasonable.
Guys, before we delve in too much deeper, can we take 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom, he needs to get his glasses.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries.
There, John, we pass them around.
If I call,
You probably couldn't see how it is
can you
anyway.
mute it, Jen? Since we're taking a break, can you
Yes,
mute?
hang on just a minute.
I'm sorry if I call on you.
Okay, you're unmuted.
All right, so we're all back from the break. In the meantime, there's a paper that was passed out by Paige, that we can go over some things. I have one more thing I was looking at, somebody brought it up, the SRO thing. Get this to work. I don't see in the account, have we gotten any money for 25 or 24?
Not 25, and it's my fault. I have not sent bills. I've got to do that today.
Okay.
I noticed that last night when I was.
Did they settle up 24? Because
Yes.
that shows 23 first and second and 23 third and fourth, but I don't even see where the 24 came in.
I'm certain we've got the 24.
And then there's a void auto receipt of 147.
Was that back early? I think we double entered. Yeah, that was like a year ago, wasn't it? Wasn't that?
Yeah, that's like 24, but
Yeah.
I don't see much activity.
I think that was
Maybe,
when
hold
Andrew
on.
was still here.
I may have messed this up because I had the dates from her. So you may be right. Give me 2 seconds. I think because I forgot we were looking in 24. Yeah. So we need to know 25.
Yeah.
To date.
You need, okay, so you need to change your ending. Yeah.
My fault. So we just got to send.
I've got to
Yeah,
send
there
in
you
the
go.
invoice.
Second,
and
third.
That has been on my desk, and I knew some of the numbers were wrong, and I went to fix them, and I thought I'd sent it, and I found it last night. I didn't, but it's 10 o'clock and I left.
And there's fourth quarter, which would have been 24, right? We got it May
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
What's this one then? The fourth quarter in June. They just pay half of it, maybe.
That might have been the third quarter. Was it put in
There's one
incorrectly?
on. There's one on here that says third. 2024 second and third.
Okay, that's 2023, second and third, and then if you go down,
And then there's
the fourth quarter should be 2024's.
so then we go here, and we go up. I don't see.
Well, it'd be the fourth quarter was put in June.
But it looks like it was put in May, and then it came out June 20th, and then went back in June 20th, like the void auto receipt. Wow, why would that be?
I don't know. I don't know if they thought they made a mistake or, because it
I
does,
mean,
it looks like it went in, went out, and then went back.
I
in.
think
I'm not
that's
sure.
some of the confusion here is like, we never know how much money we have because there's no paper trail to follow it.
Definitely not, because we're $1.5 million in the hole.
But we haven't gotten any money from the school in
And
25.
that's my fault.
Okay.
And I will say.
So we
that
gotta
that's my
send-
fault, because I have not.
What do we
been
get?
able to-
1 and 2 quarters? Is
Yeah,
what
we'll have
bill?
the first and second quarter, and then we have not generated the third and fourth quarter yet.
Okay. All right.
What we need to
Because
do.
that account only has like $18,000 in it, which isn't much whenever you're paying 3 people out of it. I just don't want to run negative on that. So where do you guys want to dive in? Because what Paige handed out is end of year expected balance and showing not good numbers, obviously, but
I think what we need to do is go on the spreadsheet. And where it says expected receipts, you need to automatically take out the $1 million that we're gonna be, you need to subtract out. Go down. Because we need to make up for what we're in the hole. So you see this 9,288, the general fund's gonna be fine, so that's fine. But in public, is that public safety?
Yeah.
Public safety is in the hole, 1,019,186.
-1.
Well, no, you go back, hit
May I
escape.
make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Because you really need to true up 2025, so if these appropriations are absolutely necessary, I suggest that you use the rainy day fund to true this up. And
That's
it's
gonna-
0 starting. It's gonna take all the rainy day fund money, yes. But otherwise, if you just let this go negative, it's gotta come from somewhere. There's no other, I just looked at your fund balance report. There's no place to take this money. You're gonna have to true it up so that you start with 0 at the beginning of 2026, and then you can start working on
Well, how do
it.
we-
Still gonna be
You've
too
gotta true that.
How do
You
we
have to true
fix
that
the bigger
up.
problem of from Paige's numbers to your numbers
That's
is
what I
like
don't
three
know either.
quarters of a
But
million
she's
dollars off.
talking appropriations, I'm talking cash, it's two different things, right? You're not giving us any cash.
Well, we can appropriate whatever we want.
Exactly.
They
You
don't,
have to
when,
have
what they're
cash.
asking every meeting is how much cash is available that's unappropriated that we can appropriate. And we're getting an answer that evidently is not correct. Because when we came in here last month, I think it was $1.7 million that we were told was left to appropriate in the general fund. We appropriated everything we needed for 2024 to meet the sheriff's demands. I mean, there was probably $500,000, $750,000 last month.
Plus spent
shore up stuff.
220 on computers for Andrew that we were.
Correct.
we had.
So 1.7 million was not the correct number.
Well, in general, you probably had that, because I'm showing you're gonna end general with 515,000, that's after all those additionals.
Okay.
It's in these other funds, like lit special purpose, there
We did-
were
we have it.
additionals approved that are not going to be funded in that fund.
But we've
There's
asked every,
1.5 million.
the paper we get every month has this cash balance on it and what she believes is going to happen after this appropriation. And that's what
Okay,
this
well then-
body is making their decisions on.
That's why,
I've not seen a negative number except in special purpose. I think you said it's gonna end up negative 30-something thousand or something.
well, maybe we need to compare receipts, because I'm showing, maybe that's, I don't
And
know.
that's fine, but
I feel like
I
we
can't
have
advise
to-
my clients. My
we have
clients
to
can't get good advice if they don't know. Because here now they've over appropriated by $1 million thinking that they were not doing that.
Right, right.
Like that we had, especially in lit public safety, we thought we had enough money that it was gonna be close to zero, but never $1 million over. So I don't know what to do other than have you do this projection every month before we come into a meeting. Because to me, if you would have said, hey, lit public safety is $1 million over, then I would say, sorry, guys, we can't appropriate shit out of this. Like we're done. Because now the rainy day fund that we've been holding back to have some reserves, especially when it comes to a bond rate, we're gonna get a bond, is gonna have to be zeroed out. Either that or we're looking at making another $2 million in cuts.
Which isn't awesome.
And the sheriff takes almost 5 million, so you would be working with 7 million in receipts minus the 2 million or $1.5 million, whatever, were shortfalls. You're gonna only have about $7 million to budget, 5 of which is gonna be the sheriff. Paige, is it possible for Baker Tilly to come in and do some kind of forensic audit to see where we're? I mean, it's gonna cost a buttload of money, but at the same time, we need to have good numbers so we can make good decisions here.
We are not allowed to audit you because the State Board of Accounts can only audit you.
Well, they ain't doing the job evidently.
You could request an audit from State Board of
We
Accounts.
have, we have.
Did they come?
No,
They're here right now.
Oh, they're here right now.
They're here right now.
Okay.
Yes,
but we've asked them to look at specific things. They don't do it. They just do their general audit. So I think we need to hire like a forensic accountant to come in here and figure out, there's no way that this
Problem
body
is,
can make good
in the state
decisions.
of Indiana, because State Board of Accounts audits you can only request from State Board of Accounts. I think there's a few exceptions, and I can look that up and see statutorily what those exceptions are. But like we can't just come in and audit.
So let me ask this, should we work on going through budgets with us council members while you guys go work on figuring out why you two are so far off and how much money we actually have to even talk about?
I think before we budget anything, I think the first thing you need to figure out is, are you gonna deplete the rainy day fund to take out this shortfall that
The
is?
last paper
You've got
I was given,
$500,000 projected to be.
1114 is lit special purpose and
General.
1117 is lit public safety.
If we move that to the lit,
We can't move money from the general fund to other funds, but unappropriate and reappropriate.
unappropriate and reappropriate, and spend that down. If we start this year with zero, we take the
Is this what you were
projection,
looking for?
the projection from last year, I can show you right here how we can pass a balanced budget. There's no money left, but it's a balanced budget. I think there's some of us that's gonna have a hell of a hard time voting to take out a bond when we're unwilling to make cuts.
So,
Oh, we're gonna have to make cuts. I mean, once again, no one's gonna get a raise in 2025 again. Plus, you're gonna have to cut, that only takes you about 300,000. You're gonna have to cut way deeper, way deeper.
Where I
this
have a
is what I
problem with
don't
cuts though
get.
is every
You said
time
this
you
is
cut a
lit special
department,
purpose?
they just
And
overspend
this
whatever
says
they need.
estimated ending
So what
cash
was the purpose of making a
666,
cut?
885.
But that doesn't
Why
matter
did-
if we still just
1.5 million get
overspend
approved
to
in
that same amount.
appropriations.
Correct, but we didn't know we were overspending to that same amount because we were looking at a balance that was not, for instance, so this was last month, the general fund. This was a cash balance,
Mhm.
and this is what she said the balance would be if we appropriated everything last month, which was 1.3 million.
If somebody
Well, Paige says
"Hey,
that
you
it's
only
gonna be
have
500, so it's 800,000 off.
666 to do
You guys
additionals,
can't make decisions like that, you know what I'm saying?
No, no.
So I mean, it's gonna have to be, this is your budget, there's no additional appropriations, we're not giving in, we don't care.
I actually, probably, let me take out these additionals, I would have told you you probably had
when you don't know
1.1,
how
so
much money
she's
you
even
have.
more
Exactly,
conservative.
that's what I've been saying.
Either way,
So I guess I'm
raising,
confused why
raising
these
money
additionals
or
were
cutting
approved.
money, either way.
So
You don't even know for sure where to cut.
Confused.
I got some questions.
Not disagreeing,
These
and it's hard
last,
for me to give you any advice because I don't know, I'm looking at this
Well, I
number,
think
which is
these
not the
are
same as
answers,
this.
hey, does everybody remember getting
Trying
these
to be
forms
anyway.
of the 1114 and the 1170? So on this form, the night we were given, it said we had $666,885. And that included the additional appropriation for fuel and transport, which were court ordered. Then Paige is saying we turned around and somehow,
Well, you said it includes additionals?
that's what she's saying, additional
Oh, 15,
appropriation
just 15,000.
of fuel and transport. That was a court ordered thing.
Yeah.
So this is according to, and I'm talking lit special purpose, all in, the estimated 25 appropriation was 1,278,000, and then we added some, the only real additional is the fuel and transport in that particular fund, which should have left it, according to the auditor, at 666,885 for this year. Then you're
You
showing
guys, you
somehow
guys have
there's
approved 1.5 million.
on top
So
of that.
she told you you only had 660, this is just me looking from the outside. It looks like she told you you had 666,000 to do an additional. Somehow 1.5 million was approved. Does that sound
Yeah, I
right?
don't-
That
Well, that's because
We
we get
did.
these every month, and I'm thinking maybe, we don't know if there's other receipts coming in. I thought the lit was the one that we get one in
No,
December, and
she shows, I match what she has. I match the beginning cash that she has. I match the receipts.
I don't even remember.
I match the
appropriating.
disbursements.
well, we had to do some of for those,
Well,
before we
without
did.
some of that money we moved around because of the sheriff.
I mean, I match what's
Yeah.
on here.
But
Well,
on
we're
this-
gonna have to start keeping
on
our
this
own
journal, right
spreadsheets
down
of what
that
is done, because I don't get
14
copies of the
million, did we cut that down?
appropriations every month that are
Last week,
signed.
didn't you say that?
So like the one on Leasco that we did in April, I had no copy of that.
Not
I don't have any record of that at all. I generally keep a copy for myself of things that are done so I can keep
Do
track
I
of them.
have
That's
too many
six.
appropriations
I
that
like
were
his
approved?
request
I'm
is
showing
like
one
six.
point five approved for, maybe that's the problem. Was
Lit
one
special purpose,
purpose?
I will go through all of our ordinances and add those up and I'll get a number back to you in
Okay.
just a minute.
I think it's, because maybe that's where we're different, but I'm matching stuff on here.
And it's lit special purpose.
Lit
Yeah,
special purpose. I mean, we probably
No,
need to
no.
check all of them.
Public
Lit,
safety.
Public safety.
I think
So
part of the
here
problem
she's
is that we
saying
come in
you
here every
don't have
month
any money
asking
to do
what we have to
additional. That's what
appropriate.
that means.
Yeah, and she told us we would end 25 about 60,000 negative.
Negative.
Then we made some changes that night to
And
1170
put
that
stuff in the general
put
fund.
stuff in
Okay, well,
general
let me see.
that they were supposed to move.
Yes.
1170.
I think that's the
So
problem. Every
see-
month we come in and
So
get a
I'm
different number.
I'm looking at 1170 and there's been $2 million of
That's
additions.
no way. No.
Okay, so maybe we have the wrong, I mean, I got this from Gateway, so maybe there's things double entered in Gateway. I mean, that's possible. Let
Anything's
me-
possible at this
Well, I wish I would have brought my whole binder now for 2025, because I keep, I don't have them all, but I keep what I do have that we pass. I make notes on it.
You can go home and get them and come back.
I make my
We'll
husband
still
go
be
give them to me. We'd still be,
We'll still be.
we still wouldn't have
arguing
budgeted
about
a damn dollar.
Well,
But I
I don't
mean-
know how you budget anything whenever nobody. And
Every
I'm
month it's a different
speaking
answer.
What I see, nobody here, we have no idea what kind of money we have.
2 years and 8 months is what I've been asking for.
Well, I'm just gonna start, at 2026, I'm starting my own spreadsheet, I guess, of every additional
Well, start 'em
appropriation.
at
You run a
zero. You
business.
start 'em
I'm
at
not the,
zero.
hey, I'm not the accountant, I'm the lawyer, but I will do it.
You got it all.
No, I'm gonna keep track of appropriations
got
out of every
anybody
fund that we
employed
do
that
every month.
You'll do it out of your love of math, won't you?
I hate math, Johnny, and you know it.
Might as well just hire somebody that works Southern Indiana, have them here at every meeting.
I mean, I got these additionals from Gateway. I mean, there was
She
one
told
for
us earlier
500.
Gateway was completely wrong.
She said the additionals in Gateway were
No,
wrong?
she told us earlier this year that she entered the wrong stuff in Gateway and didn't
Okay,
know
well
how to
then-
fix it.
If you
Well,
look at
then
our
maybe
budget in
that's
Gateway,
the
it looks
case.
like we if you look at our 2025 budget in Gateway, it looks like we gave everybody everything they asked for, which is not true.
Okay, well, maybe that's the issue.
How did we get in Gateway that way? Okay, all right.
I don't have access to Gateway.
Okay, well then
I just
maybe,
got
I mean, other than the
And I don't
public.
know how to use it.
Paige,
I literally, this is
can
the
you
first
look
time
in
I've
the
ever
WOW?
logged into this
What?
thing.
Can you look in the WOW system?
no, but I got reports through the end of June 30.
Okay.
But maybe that's the problem. Maybe our budgets are too high, so I need to know what she's using as a budget, or maybe you guys know. What is your budget for these funds for 2025? Maybe I'm too high,
Then,
because I got it from Gateway, and if you're saying that the
at
Gateway,
this point, I don't know what's right.
okay, we don't know what's right.
I think that's
And
the
I'm not-
problem, is
I'm
that
not
we don't
being-
know.
I'm not being facetious.
No,
I
no,
just-
no, I know,
truly,
I know.
I think before we sit down, Paige, I had this conversation with you, is
before
that
we-
where were you getting your information?
Yeah, I know.
So we can
I
be
know.
confident that it's, you know,
Okay, so let me look at the ledger, because if Gateway's not right, the ledger has to be, or should be right.
There's no,
So
you
let
can't
me-
even run a house this way. You can't run anything this way.
we'd be out of business, wouldn't we, John?
Because every one of us sat at this table not 4 weeks ago and was told we had $1.7 million.
And maybe you do, maybe
Do
I'm
you-
wrong.
I know.
I don't,
I hope.
before we all forget.
I hope so, but I'm confident you might
Because
not.
I pulled information from Gateway and the ledger.
Well, somebody on social
You
media
better make sure
world
that
was
water's
watching
showing
this
on
said,
that camera.
I know.
You got
But-
Anheuser-Busch in
I
there.
actually had it sitting back here. I grabbed it.
put, the coffee on, not
That's a
leave, so
bad
that's
move.
what you're getting today, I guess. We're here.
I'm sorry, Paige, I really am.
No, I
Something else
just,
before we're done.
You notice how it's behind the Kleenex box.
Yeah. Well, I looked over and I'm like,
Every time I get ready to take a drink, I'm like,
it's like, Dave, you're starting to.
Make sure the water's showing to the camera.
So I told him, I said, that water better be showing.
well,
to the
there
camera,
is certain angles when
We
you
got,
hold it.
we got any boards we
can't
can
see
sign
it.
somebody up for? Justin ain't
Need
here.
to form a committee.
Yeah,
Well, you
he's in
can.
charge of it.
Oh, yeah, he's not here today. How much board we put him on? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Justin, you're gonna have to budget everything because we're done.
I don't either, but I mean, at some point, I think this is the line in the sand. Like, I don't feel like we can move forward until we have numbers, whether that means we use the rainy day fund to hire somebody to come in here and figure this out or what, but until you're given appropriate, and they do really good work putting together these sheets, but they can only work off of the numbers they're given. And that's the same thing we do.
We sat here and asked them to
They're,
look at this stuff for us, get us where we need to be. Oh, well, we don't do that.
so.
There are lots of good
I
people in the
think
State Board of
I am
Accounts,
high
but over
on
the last 2 years, I don't trust them
because
anymore.
What
to
she
do a
has
good
in the
accounting.
ledger for appropriations is lower than what's in Gateway. So I will sit here and make those adjustments. I mean, it's
No,
not
no, no,
that,
no.
it's not
I
that,
don't want you
it's not
looking,
that much lower.
I don't want you looking in Gateway. I don't want you
Okay.
looking in Loud. I want you to tell me
Okay,
and give me every damn ordinance from January 1st on that was signed by 4 of the 7 people in this room
okay,
and agreed to.
Okay.
Because there are lots of things that got moved around last year that didn't go before this body.
Millions.
And
Yeah.
nothing should be coming out unless it is signed by this body by a resolution. Well, we didn't pass the transfer ordinance, so she can transfer within budget categories, but everything else should be signed by 4 of you. And I think this is where part of the issue comes in, because
Okay.
we should have about $600,000 that we could have used had money not been moved out of discretionary funds last year.
600,
Wasn't it like 600,000 she moved out? Out of the SRO fund, they did 250, right?
200 in one day.
Right. So,
Which we
okay,
ain't
so.
even sent a bill to
So now
recoup
those
any
discretionary
money
funds,
this
as we
year.
saw last time, are almost zeroed out. But they were all moved last year without any pen hitting paper from either, from you guys.
And right now, he wants us to throw them all into one bucket.
It's right here. He's wanting every one of these.
So
Well, that's fine, then cut out what he gets out of general on the lip, because it's gonna have to be cut.
I think it's going to be cut anyway.
Everybody's gonna have to be cut out of the general and the 2
Like,
public safeties.
A
Or take 2
fingerprint
lids.
fund is like, it
I
ain't
think we're
much, it's
looking right now
1,400.
about $3.5 million sheriff's budget. We're looking to take every dime from EMS. They're gonna have to stand on their own.
I get it, but at some point you gotta do a bond or raise taxes. I mean, that, you're not gonna be able to, it's not sustainable in this environment with inflation, you've got to provide the services. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, I'm very fiscally conservative. I
The
don't,
state's saying we can't do anything, get any funding from the state for the highway department unless we have.
wheel tax.
And we've got till the end of this month to pass that wheel tax,
That's
or they
not
don't
true.
get it next
Yeah.
year.
She said that's not true.
That's not
Meeting,
true.
Kevin said that's not exactly.
Well, that's
No.
another
The pot of
thing.
money goes up if you have a
Well,
wheel
if
tax.
we don't pass it
No.
by September
No, no, no,
first,
no, no.
is the number they give us.
That was in the proposed legislation. If you don't have a wheel tax, you could still get the community crossings grant. You just can't get the extra
It's
distribution.
harder to
Right.
get.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's what you're talking about, you just can't get and there may not be extra. So I don't know that I would be too concerned about that, but if you are, then yes, you would have to adopt it by September 1st.
Yep.
You will get the regular community crossings grant if you don't have the wheel tax.
You'll be available for it. That don't mean you get it.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
well, yes, you can still put it, yes.
You can put in for it, same as we
It's
have.
the
every-
proposed legislation said that you wouldn't get any of it if you didn't have the wheel tax. That was struck out of there.
Yes.
Now they're just putting a little carrot out there that if you do it, you might get some excess, but there's no guarantee there will be excess, because you know that money is coming down. I mean, they
Our
have
highway
less.
superintendent said at the last commission meeting. Yeah. I think he's
Just
right,
kinda
he's
waiting,
right, yeah. And it was started that way, I think.
We'll probably still be
And I
sitting.
didn't read the one
We'll probably still be
originally, he said, well, it's updated.
Yes. Like everything else, but then you figure out what you got to
And
change.
everybody watching this and every citizen in this community ought to be pissed.
They
And I
are.
don't blame them
They
one
are.
bit. But, and I will hold whatever responsibility is ours, but I can only go on what I'm told. And I
Hey,
think the
Brandon
same
had-
for everybody here.
Paige, on that Palmyra thing,
Yes.
Brandon hasn't given that to me. We have,
still have.
But
we're
I'm not,
under
I'm
the,
not willing to
clock,
dive into.
'cause you only have 30 days.
With the same,
have to have a public hearing
I don't
in
know.
20 days,
Is
but
what
have
we've
to
got
consider it
going
in
on.
third, can't consider it for 30, you know?
Somebody's been-
So I need to get it done ASAP. So I need to call a special meeting, but I haven't gotten the thing
Yeah,
to present to them yet.
Yeah, I have it for review.
Oh,
So,
that's good. I'm just,
So-
I could
they're emailing now about publishing the hearing date. So I'm like, okay, I need to
I
remember to do
have
that.
the agreement. I can get that to you. We just got
Right.
to prepare
So you pay
it.
that and then raise
I
that.
appreciate it. Thank you.
That's how it's gonna
Well,
happen.
I don't.
Yeah.
And that's my question is if you bond $4.5 million, whatever it is, it's the judgment. What is that gonna look like? What's that payment gonna look like? What's that gonna convert to every citizen that look like? You know, I don't think, if these numbers here are anywhere near close, we'll be lucky if we only have to take one bond.
Well,
And I really don't think this can be, I mean, regardless, we entered into the agreement with the sheriff. I don't know that it's really on him. I think it's on the person that's giving us the wrong numbers. I mean, how is anybody supposed to know when you ask every month when you come in here, what is left available for us to appropriate? That's the question. You're not getting that number evidently because, or according to these numbers.
All last year, she just kept appropriate without us appropriating anything. That's how all those little funds. that we
Well, I'll go to my
I
grave
think
swear
there should
we
be-
did not appropriate $1.6 million to the sheriff last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I guess in 2026, you need to make a decision. When additional appropriations come up, we need those within so many days in advance, and we need to ask Paige, do we have the money to appropriate this? Because, I mean, that's the big issue, right, is trusting the numbers. Because when we come in and say, hey, what do we have left to appropriate? And we get something that says we have 1.7 million, and after we appropriate everything we appropriate last month, we're gonna have 1.3 million, you expect to trust that, and you come in today
Which
with
we
$1
didn't
million
appropriate
in the
some of
hole.
that.
Well, these numbers
You know,
that
'cause-
I've been working on right now, I can show you how we can pass a balanced budget for next year, assuming we're just broke this year, not $1 million upside down. I can show you how we can do it. And when people come in and ask for additionals, the answer is just no, that simple.
Well, there's some things, Johnny, what are you gonna do? Like, if something breaks in the jail and we're liable to provide something in the jail, you've gotta appropriate for it. That's why it's important to have the
You got it.
buffer.
If you got it.
Well, and the problem in this county is
Yes.
they go spend
You
it.
gotta have it.
and
But
then-
you gotta go get a go bond or something, because it has to be fixed, right? We don't want to get sued by prisoners.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain things you have to provide, especially for that damn jail.
Yeah.
It might be cheaper just to farm out the jail to somebody, you know, have somebody else house them.
I not have much of a choice.
Less liability. But I don't know if cheaper, I don't think it would be.
I don't either, but at this point, who the hell knows what we're, I feel like I feel like my kids, right? My kids don't have checks, so don't write checks. They don't know what's in their bank account. They just look at their bank account every day. Whereas, you know, adults, we write checks and we have things coming out. So I have to reconcile my account. I put in receipts every day so I know where my balance is. I feel like I'm like my kids here, you know? I don't really know what to do. I'm just gonna spend it. And if I look in the bank account, it says I got $12,000, I can go spend $12,000. And that's not the way to do it.
But then you show up home and your kid bought a new car and told you to figure out how to pay for it. That's what we get.
Then you reach in your pocket.
I think we got a hole in the pocket. We're digging at our,
I know.
Shit.
I mean, we're digging in our sock now.
See, here's the problem. There ain't nothing left in the pockets.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we've reached about as deep as we can reach.
We're basically not gonna budget anything today, are we?
I don't know. At this rate, how do you?
Well, you can budget the funds that aren't the lits in the general. I mean, there's no reason to hold up the drug-free. There's, you know, I mean, we can't do the
We
area
can
plan
go through here and knock
commission.
all these small ones out.
So,
Start with A and go down.
flip back to A.
Area plan commission.
General.
Start there and go.
Well, gonna have to take,
Skip it. It's general.
you just wanna skip everything in general? You don't wanna do even the small ones? Okay. Assessors, general.
General.
In this case, we're just, you know, I can go back to work.
Me too.
Yeah, no offense.
Auditors, general.
Well, we've gotta get these worked through.
Commissioners is
Or do you guys
general.
wanna go through, put them up on the board and do back to 25 and try to get an idea of what the budget's gonna look like and then figure out how to pay it?
I say we go back and start at area plan commission,
All right.
take the salary. I need a pencil, not a pen.
And you take the salary back down, take the 10%.
Take the salary back down to.
Where are we going to?
Very first one there. Plan commission. Basically, get them back, budget out and go from there.
You're good.
So that would be back to 2025. The executive director would be,
Hey, so director in 25 was 35,053.
chief deputy, that's chief
Is that what you
deputy,
guys have?
35053.
Of planning and zoning?
Area plan commission?
Is that it?
More members, 5,000.
Yep. Keeping that 5,000,
Yeah.
keeping the 35,053.
Well, how'd they go from 3503 to, 95, 49, 50, or 500?
I don't know.
That's what it's asking for.
10% would be 3, I don't
Now,
know.
that's a whole lot more than 10%.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all it
it
was.
is.
They just asked for what they want.
Scratch it. We gotta move on.
Well, it said admin assistant was 0 last year, but they have 40,000 this year, so I would,
Zero on it.
okay, they're hiring one.
Part-time help, that was for Marty. Are we keeping that in there?
Nope.
Zero?
They didn't ask for it this year, that's the problem.
Okay.
You're looking at things. So meetings and trainings, they asked for 250 this year. It was 250 last year,
Yep.
keep it.
Office supplies,
Office supplies are asking for 3,000.
that's what it was.
Okay, and then attorney contracts, they're asking for 6,000.
Zero.
Well, no, they got an attorney, don't they?
They have.
They have to have an attorney, I think, for planning and
Yeah,
zoning.
they gotta have that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay, and then other services, they've asked for 3,000. They didn't
Zero.
have a 0 last year.
Zero.
How much-
Computers we're removing, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna leave,
How much was their attorney last year?
6,000.
And we're leaving it at that.
Yes.
that's 500 a month, right? So that's gonna put your,
What about postage, is that 200 still?
they didn't ask for postage.
No, okay.
So that leaves your personal services at 40,000,
Advertising that wasn't on here either.
303.
Legal notices was on here,
It's not in there.
okay.
That puts your office supplies at 3,000. That puts your other services and charges at 6,000. And that puts your total budget for area plan, I just put an extra 6 in there, so 6,000, 3,000, and 40,303. Puts you at 49,303. That sounds a lot, because they had that 40,000 in there for the
How much
admin.
was that, Heather?
49,303 is what I came up with. That's the 6,000, the 3,000, and the 40,303.
And take 1,100 off the computer too.
That's 60,000.
Yeah, the computer, they said they removed it because we did Andrews.
And,
Do you want me to change the spreadsheet?
You can.
I don't want to mess with your computer when you got something up on the screen.
well, there's almost $50,000.
Hold on, I'll get you back where you need to be.
You're good.
I don't like not using a mouse. Oh, see, I keep,
You're doing the assessor next?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds and I'll pull it up here and we'll go through the 25 to 26.
where was I at, Chrome, or where were you at?
Right there, I think. No, go.
This one?
Yeah,
You're planning on just emailing this to everybody, right?
I'm emailing it to me and then I'll forward it to you all. That way I don't have to type all
Yeah.
the emails in.
Okay, assessor. So assessor has some out of the general and then some out of the sales disclosure, new reassessment funds. So we start with personal services out of the general. Elected official was 56, what was it last year?
Give me 1 second.
50,823.
How much was it?
50,823. The chief deputy was $40,075. Longevity was 3,400 last year. It's gonna stay the same. Level 3 certification, 25.
Has to say
Yeah, office supplies,
500,
500 this year too. Postage,
500,
same this year. Sales ratio trending,
15,000.
same this year. Travel expenses, 1,500,
Yep.
okay.
Equipment maintenance, I got 3,000 under professional services.
Yep, they've asked the same this year. And dues,
Dues and subscriptions, 600.
yeah, so they kept everything the same except their, pay. So that's gonna make your personal services line,
117,898. If you go back. to
Wait a minute. There's personal services.
96. next, no, that's a different budget, that's a different fund. We're on 1,008, we're on the assessor general fund.
Okay.
No, I come up with 96,798 under the personal services.
How much?
So you had 5823.
40,075, 3,400, and 2,500.
And then,
That's personal services, not 96,798.
yeah, those are.
Then $1,000 under your supplies line. And then 20,100 under your 3, which gives you a total budget of 117,898.
Or was it?
117,898.
You want to change that on the spreadsheet, or you want me to do it all at? 117,898.
That's under the assessor's.
That's under the assessor general, yeah. So now under the sales disclosure, how's that fund look? Do we have that on what Paige gave us or no?
I don't have it by department.
If it's the same,
Oh, you mean
515,
reassessment? Oh.
total of 22,000.
No, this is Fund 1131.
It's the same, it's the same, JR. It's
It's,
22,000.
so 22,000 on that one, okay.
Then she has the 2015 reassessment.
Yeah, which would be all the same except for the second deputy,
Goes to 35,126.
35,126, and that's it, right?
Should be a total of 341,126.
So 345, hold on, let me just check that back. Minus 39,000 plus 35,126. 341, 126.
That's the same as her 25.
Okay.
And that's it for that one, right?
Yep.
Total budget, 481,024 for the assessment.
What'd you
So
say?
everything together, total budget's 481,024.
Well, I just have the spreadsheet by general fund, lit, and public safety right now. But I don't think that's right.
That's for 2026?
That's what 25 is.
Well,
117,
26 is
89,
exactly the same though.
8.
Where's that at?
That would
You're
be
talking about all three funds?
all together.
Okay.
What
22.
about the assessor, 1008 dash, or
Okay, got it.
1000-8, there's one here.
That's just salaries, I think. They write on, that's the thing for the salaries at the end of their.
I got 481.24.
How much, I'm sorry?
$481,024. $481,024 for all three funds. Out of the general only is 117,898.
Yeah.
We just have to be careful when we're doing one like this, that, because it's not gonna be fair to, if you're in the general fund, you don't get a raise, but if you're in the assessor's new reassessment fund, you are, so we have to make sure we're being even. Huh, out of general?
Yeah.
$117,898. You guys are making me math early in the morning, someone owes me too much. Auditor from the 1,000 fund, so we would do elected official down to 67,053. The chief deputy would
55,645.
55,645. Deputy tax billing,
35,115.
part-time budget,
4040.
payroll clerk,
38,718.
cartographer,
36,573.
bookkeeper,
38,718.
longevity.
2,800.
Okay, so that brings us back down to what? What was 2025?
I still got other stuff in here.
Oh, here, let me, that's all just personal service right now. Let's do by category, 63, 55, 645, 35, 115, 40, 38, 718, 36, 573, 38, 718, and then the longevity of 2,800, I come up with $278,662 in personal services.
And tell me again.
278,662.
660.
Does that sound right?
And then office supplies,
She asked for 12,000 this year.
same. Postage,
2,500.
same.
Professional services.
It's 0 on 25.
So you're gonna do
I
this,
think
that
we-
was the attorney. She asked for 10,
I think we
then she
decided to put
conceded
4.
4.
Yeah.
Do we wanna do 4 or 0?
0.
Okay,
I'm a 0.
so council and commissioners are the only ones that get an attorney without coming to ask. Okay, travel expenses,
I mean, unless someone wants to dig up a couple $1 million and come talk to us, I can't buy a bunch of attorneys.
What do we have for travel?
$1,000.
Still the same.
okay,
Equipment repairs, 500.
Yeah, same.
same,
Dues and subscriptions, $1,079.
same.
Software,
She-
$9,500.
She said we could take that out, didn't we? Didn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah.
She said that was an error on her part. So, we're 12,000, let's see, we're 0, 2,500,
-9.
1, 1, 2, 3. 500. So you're in section 3, you're at 5,079 plus the $12,000 from supplies, plus the 278,662 in personal service for a total budget of 295,741 from the general fund. You got that, JR?
That's what I got.
Okay,
295, what'd you do?
when mom and dad agree, it's a good thing. 295,741.
That's payroll and all this stuff out of it, you know.
Huh?
That's the payroll and everything, right?
Yep. All out of general.
295.
Board of Commissioners. We took the cemetery mowers out of theirs, right, and put them in their own fund?
I
Okay,
have a building commissioner next. Where's, you all have.
Board of Commissioners with a, BO comes before BU.
I don't even know that I have that here.
BOARD comes before BUILD.
It was county commissioners in 25. So
Okay, commissioners should be, what,
one of those
73?
Craziest budgets. 607?
We're taking out the cemetery mowers. General life and disability,
Cemetery mowers scratched in 26.
general life and disability.
Are we gonna do the soil and water, we're gonna leave them with, them, or leave that?
I'll answer that question. It's 16,500 from 25.
No.
FICA?
Longevity for Randy?
No, they don't get, commissioners don't get longevity pay, or they don't have to.
The admin, soil and water, are we leaving, we're doing their own budget too, right?
Yeah, she gave us their own budget. Let me make sure it has the admin in it, so we're taking that out.
Take that out of there. Then I have group life and disability is what I have next.
16,500,
Yes.
405,000 for FICA.
Yep.
Per 455.
Yep.
Group insurance, 1.26 million.
I have 1.2. It's 25.
Is it going up though, is the question. I don't know if we can dicker with that. Well, I guess we can take it back to 2025 and tell them to come ask for an additional. I mean, but that's 400 and something thousand. They've got an, or no. That's 60,000, right?
60,000.
So you want to put it at 1.2 million even?
Yeah.
Unemployment,
15,000.
same. PTO, annual leave reimbursement,
6,000.
same.
Comp,
170.
same.
Economic development stipend,
Where is that?
they've asked for 20,012, 0. So that puts us at 73,607 plus 16,500.
What was the economic
What,
development?
what is that? It don't even have a line number on it.
I'm assuming it's the stipend for an economic development director or something. Randy was here.
I've never seen a.
That wasn't for Chris, was it?
Well, it's 0.
They wanted to at one time, but I've never seen a job description or anything, or we've never agreed to create economic development at this point.
Well, like I said, that's what they talked about Chris at one time, taking him and paying him an additional salary.
Okay, so we're gonna do 0 on that. So JR, check my math. I got $2,341,107 on personal
I
services.
can't check it though, because it's all together up here for me.
What'd you say was the other 2 million?
341,107.
Where's all these professional services?
It's now under, looks like it's under professional services, under 3 other charges.
So this is all out of general, this one here?
Yeah, every bit of it.
Personal services is different from professionals. Those are contractors.
Okay.
Okay, office supplies,
750.
same this year. So section 2 is gonna be 750. Attorney,
24.3 is what it was, but
Zach's contract is $48,000 now. Can I have a raise?
He's still.
I'll make it up with the bond.
If we had
Legal
money.
fees, murder case,
15,000. Which is stupid, because if we have that, why don't we just appropriate instead of tying up the money?
well, you wanna put it to 0?
I mean,
You're
what
an
do you
attorney,
recommend?
can we do that if that's a problem?
Well, I don't think it's a required fund, but at the same time, is it gonna be quick? If we really need legal fees for a murder case, are we gonna be able to get in here, get it published, get it advertised before they need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Special judge,
Look how long it takes to do.
special judge, you wanna do 0 on it?
I don't care, it's fine with me. I mean, I think you're right, if something happens, we're gonna have to appropriate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we will.
Usually
too.
we have a little time to do that.
But why would you tie up, I mean, that's, 16.5 right there in the special
I'm
judge.
gonna do a wild guess, that was probably put in there because they knew
No.
what was coming
That's what I would think.
and not necessarily.
Are we keeping the special judge one though? That could be for more things other than a murder case, I guess.
How about this additional attorney expenses?
Well, hold
We
on,
have
we ain't got there
to
yet.
wait at least 14 days after the public hearing to even
What's
consider the
the next thing
ordinance,
on my list?
and we still have to do the
So
fiscal.
we
Well,
haven't
I got-
got by the murder case yet.
Oh, okay.
I say
Okay.
zero it if they need.
Special judge, wait a minute,
They'll come and tell us. we're-
Yeah.
are we leaving 1,500 on the special judge?
That's what I'm trying to ask. 1,500 on the special.
I
judge.
think because when you have to have a special judge come in, they expect to get
And that
paid
could be
within the
for
payroll.
anything, not just a long-term case.
Yeah, no, yeah,
So
Leave that
you
on
better
there.
leave that one.
yeah. Additional attorney expenses. I don't know what expenses Zach would have, copying expenses, travel. I don't know what his contract says.
Well, you took,
I mean, I say if they need it, we can always
they almost
appropriate it.
doubled the
Okay.
salary, so yeah.
Consultant.
Salary already went from 24 to 48. He already done
Well,
it.
that could also be part of Hansford. That could be part of Baker Tilly. That could be part of Bo. That could be,
Doing additionals every month for that.
okay. If you put zero, it's
Don't
fine.
you guys agree?
How much has been spent out of it?
Uh,
If it's on there, can you look and see how much has been spent out of it?
Yeah, we have that information here.
I mean, if that's getting spent, I don't wanna see.
There was nothing spent out of the legal fees murder case. There was nothing spent this year out of the special judge. There was nothing spent out of the additional attorney expenses. The consultant for personnel, there's nothing, which I can't imagine because they do, who's the personnel consultant they have? They do that all the time. Now, professional services, they have had an original appropriation of 40,000, an additional appropriation of 68 for a total appropriation of 113.
That's where they're paying.
That's where they're paying all that. So, I mean,
So
if you
let's
add the
get rid of these
15 to
other two
15,
lines.
that's fine. Why don't you just up the professional services then?
We can't, because that's what it's advertised.
Oh, that's true. We can only do 40. They can come and get additionals, I guess.
All right, so we're taking additional attorney and consultant for personnel to zero, leaving 40 here.
Burial and stone setting.
That's probably for like indigent families.
They've used 5,100.
About half.
Huh?
We're leaving that at 10.
I say, how much have they spent so far?
5,107.
Yeah, I'd say probably like 10.
All right, leave that at 10. Animal testing, 1,000.
You know,
What's that all about, by the way?
That's probably if you get bit by a dog out there.
But I don't see it in last year's.
$1,000?
I don't see it in last year's budget at all. So something must have happened this year
You think that'd be?
that they had to
It's gotta be
use
on
it.
there 'cause it was budgeted. This is 25, I'm looking.
I don't see it.
I don't
Consultants,
know, maybe.
legal notices, animal shelter has 156.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one either.
Insurance claims, building, sheriff pension,
So they can get a contract.
am I missing it? Drug testing, I have 5,000.
It's $1,000. It ain't worth tying us up. Yes or no?
Yes.
Leave it.
Yeah, I mean, you get bit by a dog.
All right, $1,000, leave it. 10,000 legal notices for printing and advertising.
Is it being spent?
Legal notices right now, they've spent, yes. Well, she took away 2,400 of it and moved it somewhere else. So they're about 5,000 in legal notices.
So we leave it
I'd
at
leave it alone.
10, leave it. Official bonds, we gotta leave those, right?
Yeah,
10,000. Building and vehicle insurance, isn't that what we're self-insured on now?
well, I was thinking,
So are we leaving 200 grand in there, or are we?
Well, I think we're still paying.
we still have that, don't we have that? We paid 6,900 to date with zero, wait a minute. Okay, we
I
did
don't
an
think that's
additional.
That fund we're talking about. We only put 50,000 in that fund, didn't we?
That's all we put in.
So this 200,000
Is
is
that,
something else.
that's to pay, well, I think this is what was budgeted to pay because we did this before we knew they.
Building and vehicle insurance, we budgeted 200,000. Jennifer has moved 190,000 out of it, leaving 9,000, and we spent the whole 9,000 in it, 9,385.
So if they moved it out, they don't need it.
They moved 190 out, and I can't tell where she moved it to.
Exactly.
Well, we still paid Richie actually more money than we paid him the year before.
Did she take that out or did she transfer it?
Transferred it.
I see.
And why is the sheriff's pension plan at zero for expenditures this year? Does it go out the end of December or something?
We get paid every month.
Thought you paid it every month.
We appropriated in according,
What was it?
okay, so what do we want to do with building and vehicle insurance? It looks like she moved 190,000 out and we spent 9,300 this year.
I got one, leave it.
I'm assuming there's a purpose for that. I mean, it's gotta be for, I mean,
Well, the building's gotta be insured anyway.
They're all
Absolutely.
self-insured now.
yeah. I mean, I think we gotta do that. I just don't know where
What
that
in
number
the
came from. I
ever-loving
assume
fuck? I'm sorry.
they- And you got liability.
She started
It wasn't me. It wasn't you, wife.
for what?
I didn't even wear a hat.
Thirty glasses in the parking lot later.
See, it's that.
Now I'm supposed to fire
Okay.
the attorney. She said the F-bomb, right? That'd be the next
When
thing.
you throw the rock.
Where did the 190,000?
I should never be live.
Where did the 190,000?
I can't tell. That's what I'm looking for. So you see an adjustment appropriation of 190,000. 158 looks like it went into liability and workers' comp insurance.
Heat's on back there.
And that was my next what the F moment is workers' comp. We budgeted 350, which is also what they asked for this year, but they've spent 508,000. And so
Workers' comp?
I don't remember you guys, and again, I mean, so much happens during the year with so many different clients, but I don't remember you guys ever transferring $190,000 and giving 150 to workers' comp.
We did.
But there's a transfer of $190,000 out of building and vehicle, but only, I mean, it must have went,
'Cause then,
it must have went 6,900 to insurance claim paid out, 158 here and,
like,
Yeah, 50,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
$50,000.
They wanted 200,000.
They did, and we said, no, we do 50.
well, here's the bottom line. We've spent $500,000 in liability and workers' comp claim, but only 9,300 in insurance vehicle
How's that?
and building.
Who the hell's been on
Well, I mean, that could probably.
That could be the premium cost.
It wouldn't have to be, yeah.
All right, are
So
we leaving the 200 here?
it looks to me like we only need to give them 20,000 in that one and up the liability and comp by
But
150.
we can, but that's.
Because we've already advertised it.
I think to
So we
be,
better leave them as advertised.
well,
Okay.
I would think that you take the 200,000 down to 20,000, and then they need it, then come and ask for it.
I'm agree with
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
So
We are
20,000.
kind of talking two things. You got budget and then needs,
Yeah.
which comes later.
But they've only spent 9,000 out of that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and they transferred 190 out.
So we're doing 20,000 here instead of,
20,000?
That's what I say, if you leave 20,000, then they can say, hey,
I'm
we need
good.
money. Yeah,
I'm good. We get yelled at later, but I'm good.
well, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
that anyway.
They did 3.
pigeon roof
So we're
utilities,
putting how much? We're just leaving 20,000.
500, yeah.
20,000 in vehicle and building and vehicle insurance
Yeah.
and leaving the liability and workers' comp at 350.
Then if they need more money for liability, they can come and ask for it, if we got it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna pay the light bill at Pigeon Roost?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How much,
I
500?
think we should, yeah. So wait a minute, the liability and comp, that's 350,000. We did what to that?
50,000?
Left it.
We left that.
Left it as.
We left it because they spent 500,000 this year on
All
that.
right.
Okay.
Pigeon Roof Utilities at 500,
Yes, 100%.
Repairs and maintenance,
5,000.
Yes.
What'd they ask for?
5,000,
5,000. All right. Drug testing, background checks.
5,000. 5,000. Animal shelter,
I would personally, and I've said this for the last 2 years, until we get a contract, I'll zero that out and let them come and ask for it.
I second that.
Yeah,
I'll third that.
yeah, because that,
do I have a fourth?
Because
No.
if-
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not.
I mean, we can't vote on it, but we gotta know.
but
Put
how,
that in my head.
but, okay, but if the county's paying 150-something thousand, what is Scottsburg and what is Austin?
I don't know.
And we
Well-
need a contract, it's all just a simple contract.
I agree with you on the
Yeah, yeah.
contract.
I talked to Zach about this. I'm fine with the pro rata share.
Yeah.
My question is, are they just saying, and I've seen this before and had to go to war over it.
Yeah,
Here's $1 million budget. You're paying 50%, they're paying 25, you're paying 25.
Are we paying budget?
But are we paying budget?
Operating.
Or are we just saying at the end of the year, here's what was $1 million budgeted, we brought in 500,000 in fees, so we're splitting the 500. Because if we do it based on budgeted expenses, we could end up paying for the whole budget. But if we pay on net, then that's different. And I don't think, first of all, there's no signed contract we can find. Second of all, it does not say net. So I asked Zach if he would go through and, you know,
Well, like I
renegotiate that.
say, I'm trying to be difficult, but I'm saying,
These people have not come to the table. I think that might be the only way to push
It's
them.
been that way so long, it's accepted.
I
I know
know.
where you're at,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
always been.
oh, yeah, I've been that way, but
Yeah.
yeah, the city's is not helping us with the 911 and nothing else, or ambulance service or anything else.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just don't see how that's fair. I mean, to
Well, I
me,
got asked about that, and I got told by a councilman that said, city people pay property taxes as well, so therefore.
They do, they
entitled-
play
they're-
county.
They're entitled to their services.
And I think everybody's entitled to it. I just,
Well, that's my next.
Ambulance, I agree.
50%.
911, I don't, because we provide the computer, the storage of all their reports, the people who answer their calls. There's a lot more going into that than maybe you'll pick up the phone and call me.
Well, they said 50%.
I'm not trying to jump around, but we're just into the animal.
yeah, I know.
And, I get what you're at. I agree with you. I don't,
Well, you wanna
I
put
think
50,000
that's
in
something we
there?
need to talk about.
So they can have money.
Either way, they gotta
We've been
come out.
trying to for 2 years, and they won't come to table.
You know, who you try to talk to, just curious.
Zach is working with them, not
The
me.
lawyers,
Commissioners have to do a contract. We have no authority over contracts, but there again, in my opinion, it goes back to the same thing as the sheriff contract. We couldn't pay that contract until the commissioner said it was a valid contract. We've determined there is no valid contract. So how do you fund this with no valid contract?
That's all I'm asking.
A wink and a smile.
I'm jumping around, but I think the last commissioner meeting, they had some other fund from Morgan's. They did get a contract for that one. So I assume,
That was for the, drug officer.
it was, wasn't it?
I haven't seen it.
Well, you leave some money in that line, so.
Okay. Where are we at? Animal shelter, who's zero? Okay.
Done that.
What we doing?
Sheriff pension, oh,
What we doing on that?
did we decide animal shelter zero?
You leave money in there to keep the line open, or just?
I'm not for cutting it, because I know it's gonna lead to a war, but I do think we need to,
We had no right to anything after you budgeted. I'll just tell you that. It's solely up to the commissioners, because that's what we'll find out.
I wouldn't be for cutting that. I'm just not. But there may be a point where it would be, but
Yeah.
not.
Am I leaving it in? I'm taking it out.
Well,
I'd rather leave something in there just in case we get hit. There's something in the budget for
Well,
it.
we're gonna turn
Go
around,
75.
what they'll do, just quit picking up animals in the county.
Then you
Well,
wrap
take them to
contract
trade.
with somebody else.
Yeah, that worked out much better for
Wrap
Floyd
contract
County.
with somebody else.
Well, that's-
75,000 versus 700,000, that worked out
My
much
guess is
better,
it's gonna cost
private.
a whole lot more to do that. Because and Austin paid a third of it too, I think, or I don't know if they're paying a third, but Austin, Scottsburg County. all-
Floyd County won or
The
lost?
Washington, oh, they won big time. Like they were paying a huge amount to the city of the city's budget, 50%. And now I think I go look, but they're paying like a tenth of that
So how
for
long-
Washington County to come out. There's a guy in Washington County that's private and he entered into it with
I
Floyd
think the
County,
ultimate
Greenville, Georgetown.
Answer is no one in this room is saying we won't fund.
But the commissioners are the ones that
Services.
contract.
We're just saying there is no contract to fund. So the commissioners have to come up with a contract with whoever they deem
Before
necessary
we fund it.
before we fund it.
It's up to you.
And
that's
Zach's
my-
trying to do that. apparently. Or has
Well,
been trying.
They've
He's
been working on
been working it for a year and a
something
half,
last
so
year.
they're not really getting anywhere.
Yeah, year before.
Well, I'm like Rollins, if you leave some money in the line, at least you got money to protect yourself for the first.
If you put the money in the line, the money is gone.
Yeah, I realize.
Well, I agree with that. And there's a reason for that, because we got to pay our fair share. Our problem of it is we don't have a contract.
That says what our
And
fair share.
we're not negotiating our bill. They're just sending us a bill, right?
Yeah.
Well, as of this year, let's see what's been spent out of it.
But I'm not gonna look at it tonight. I didn't be honest with you. I'm not.
Animal test, oh, there was an animal testing, we spent none of that. Where's animal,
32,501.
I'm not saying we don't have animal service.
32,501, we've spent 61,000 this year.
I don't say
That's
that.
why I
at
say
all. I'm just saying
75,000, that should give them more than enough.
We need a contract.
I'm like Rollins, at least 75,000 there, that's cutting it in half, and then we'll go from there. We
So
get contract.
75,000.
All right.
So, wait a minute. So we'll have to come back to table and ask you for more, is that what you're saying?
With a
If
signed
they go over-
contract.
They
If
spent
go over-
61 to
They
date.
spent 61 today, which is August, so if they go over that amount, they have to come back to us.
Yep.
Then at
Well,
that point.
If the auditor refuses to pay over an appropriation, yes.
Well,
Sheriff pension plan balance? Oh, sorry, John.
No, that's all right. I'm not ready to go that route.
What do you wanna
That's
do?
okay. I'm just gonna do nothing.
What are you gonna do, Mike?
Gonna do.
75,
I'm gonna leave the
or you gonna leave it at 150?
I mean,
I was perfectly okay with zero.
well, I think they've spent 65 to date. We don't have a contract, so I don't know where they come up with this 156,000 number. We've only spent 61 9 months in.
What I would like to do is have some kind of, and Zach can do that,
I don't know for a fact, but
we need to have some kind of deal where we're in on negotiations, what our costs are. I don't think it ought to be a drop on us.
Good luck with that.
Well, I agree with it, but, we need, to me, that would be our due diligence to try to
I agree.
get ahead of it, ahead before it ever got to us.
I agree, 100%.
Well, we asked for a contract last year and didn't get it.
And the contract's good, I'm for that, but I'm talking about we need to be in on how much ours are. I think Charlestown's going through the same thing right now, aren't they?
They were, they,
And, the mayor over there, I think, pulled out, maybe, I
I
don't
think
know.
they've settled that now, but
Yeah,
are we good, you good with leaving 75 in it, like, to get it rolling?
I'll go along with it, I
If that's the
don't.
least we can get by with, absolutely.
Well, that way there, that gives them at least over half year next year budget from us. And they can surely have us a contract by then.
Yeah.
With the commission bid, if we have to put more money into it, that's, at that time, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
But it don't sound like a contract's coming.
if we pass the
Been a
budget,
year and a half waiting on one now.
if we pass the budget, I'd like to see
Contract
passed
for
this year, there ain't gonna be no additionals next year.
Well, they've gotta have a formula how they're picking, I'm sorry, how they're picking these numbers out, and that's all I wanna know.
Yeah.
Is, and I'm thinking we probably owe that much maybe, but I don't know.
I don't need.
And I'm like you guys a little bit, I think we need to be, somewhere along the line, apparently we just turned it all over to them and they do ours and Austin's. I mean, I think that's the way it was set up 50 or 75 years ago or something. But I'll go along with it, with Heather.
All right, we'll leave that one. Sheriff, somebody keep notes, because we'll have to catch Heather. Balance of sheriff pension, 240. Is that what was requested?
Yes.
All right. River Hills contract services, 8,047.
Yes.
Dues and subscriptions, 3,000.
Yes.
Zero in grants. Correct? Is it even on there?
grant patient and institutional.
40,000.
Yeah.
What is that? Patient in
It's
institution.
community corrections.
They have their own budget. Why would they do?
I can find out right now.
Yeah, they'll check.
And I
on
don't know, like, what was spent in 24. I can go back and
And I
look.
know for a while, we thought community corrections was actually probation. Then we got a community correction, so you might double check actually who we're paying this to. And if it can go into somebody else's budget now that theirs.
Okay.
Unpaid balance on that is, at 40,000. Expenditures has been 2,168, so there's 37,000 left in there.
Somebody ain't using a whole lot of it.
You wanna leave $5,000 in it and move on?
I'm just the writer. You don't tell me what you want to do. I'm up for whatever.
Right here, there's your patient institution. That's what they was appropriated. That's what they've used.
Okay. Have you done much again?
They've used 2,168.
You want to cut it down?
I'd leave $5,000 in it and move on.
That sounds good. Hey,
Good with it?
Yeah. Where are we going? I'll let John know that in.
We're on Board of Commissioners going through their budget. Examination of records.
Time
No,
out.
I'm sorry, course costs.
Can I take a time out for just one second? I just want to ask James, if he's got any knowledge how we just went through the animal control. Just so to keep you up and our fair share.
Well, the request is 156,025.
You probably don't have any.
We're a year and a half into asking for a contract and we don't have one yet.
And as a date, we spent 61,000.
We spent, 61.
Okay.
9 months in roughly.
I will say I didn't mention that. I didn't, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not educated on that at all. Because I would have loved to have spoke up last time, and that's where the conversation went over at the city, is You know, I need to get educated over there to figure out what to share here. And I don't know that. I don't have that yet.
What
So,
we thought was if we spent 61, if
let
we
me,
put 75 in there, then that'll get it rolling at least half of next year.
Yeah.
And then between now and then, hopefully we either have a contract or somebody has to come ask for additional or something.
okay.
It's okay for everybody else. I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna look to leave it at 156.25. Quite simply because I just got a message from City Hall, so please come over and get a chance, and I'll explain it all to you.
There you go.
And come back. And maybe I would like to do that.
Okay.
Okay?
What do you got?
That's my
We
thought.
can change
Anyway,
it.
that's my thought.
At any
We
point.
can change it anytime.
Yeah.
Court cost venue cases, $2,000.
Yeah, leave it.
Examination of records, 100,000.
How much has been spent out of it?
They asked for
276. Expenditures, 121,000, they spent 21,380 over that.
Better leave it at what it's budgeted
All
then.
right, barely we're at 100. Indirect cost contract, 13,000.
And I believe that's like our Maximus, our Dorset that collects back the title for 40, it's some, that's in there.
So it's probably gotta be 13 for their contract. Tax sale contract, that's 20, which is what we pay the people to run our tax sales.
And I know we talked about the VA and the memorial, but I think until the guys, we get over there and get trained in, we just leave it there in the commissioner's budget.
That's what I think.
I think that would be what we need to do on that, JR.
And they added the names to the memorial, I think the same way, I'd leave it with the commissioners.
So we're just gonna leave the
Yeah, that,
3,000. How much have we spent on that flags for veterans?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing out of
And
here.
Well, they paid for it out of their pocket this year.
Neither one of them, we spent anything out of.
So just leave them at 3,
yeah, 15.
and then property tax refunds.
That went to help
15.
quick,
What the hell, tax?
50,000.
That went really high this year. I don't know. And one of the things that I did find out, Lau went through and they're the ones that caught these. They notified, they sent letters to the businesses. And we had a couple, I think at least one was a business that was pretty happy. But we're thinking that's gonna catch us up from the past. So I'm hoping in the future, we don't have big deal. I think, I don't know if I want to feel comfortable, but I think maybe I'd say the 15,000. Because I really think that this year might have just been kind of one of those one-time deals that we're catching up.
Someone's gonna have to add all these numbers
Oh,
up.
boy.
Well, if we don't know about that, can we leave this one for a little bit since we haven't added up the,
Leave it for a
And
little.
if you would give me the numbers, I'll add them up and bring them back in.
Well, if you.
Well, we don't know
want
what we're
to
gonna do that.
Hold on.
To the animal shelter.
So we got an idea roughly.
Why don't I do all the way right now?
All right, I
Yeah, why
like
don't you do that? That'd be-
I want you, hey, why don't you just walk?
All right.
Yeah, running's out of my league.
Love you, John.
All right, we'll do this.
Thanks, buddy. All right, building commissioner, which is Ben. Here's the 25. Look.
that's everything the same, isn't it?
I don't know, I looked at 20. You have it pulled up? This should be different. You
Yeah.
had to write it
I
down.
got the
41,
welding, uniform, no, okay, longevity 600
Where we at?
bands.
Building.
He didn't have that on, did
He
he?
didn't have longevity because
Well, he put it in here this year
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
got
only been here enough time for it now. So it'll add.
41.
Oh. Sorry.
There we go. His office supplies were 500.
What are we looking at?
Building commission.
Vehicle maintenance supplies 1,000.
Yeah, same,
Fuel 3,000.
same,
Wearing apparel 200.
same.
Postage 200.
Yep.
Travel expense, 700.
Yep.
Cell phone, 6. Dues and subscriptions is 1,000.
Yeah. So he's
He's
48, 614 plus 600 is, what is that one?
4.
40.
54, 614,
There's a-
isn't it?
There's a printing and advertising on there for 2,500 on his,
So
was there a
41,
reason for that?
What is
On
that?
his,
That's the total for the ones on top, I think.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, there just wasn't, okay, I see now. There wasn't a total line, so he totaled just. that.
47,
Thank you.
414, and then office supplies was 500, so 4,700.
See, that's about $4,000 cut. Not much.
So really, it just went up by the longevity, right?
Yeah.
Should.
So hold on, go back. Mom left the room. How do we just do clear? There we go. Okay. 47,414 plus 4,700 plus 2,500. I come up with 54,614. Where am I off?
We're way off somewhere.
We just took this.
Oh,
If
I know where I'm
25 only changes
no,
to
I know
600,
where I'm off. Yeah,
Or 49.
no, I put 6,000, not 600. So 42,14
What did you take out then, or what did you?
plus 4,700.
We didn't take that, we just took.
Plus
the payback.
2,500.
25.
Where you at now?
49,214. Yep, me too. Sorry, I have to get back in my math mode.
I'm good.
I've been in my yell at somebody mode outside real quick.
Budget maintenance.
So, hold on, let me go over here. That was, building commissioner was 49,214, is that right?
49,214. Where did we end up with
We
on?
didn't, we skipped the commissioners.
Okay. Why did we do that? Because I was out of the room?
No,
No.
because we had a, we're.
We have a question about that dog thing, and John walked over to City Hall to see if he can get answers to it,
Okay.
because he,
Oh, 1193, but I'll take it.
Okay, so building maintenance,
all right, building maintenance,
superintendent,
47,331,
longevity, 600,
600,
overtime, 1,000.
yep.
So that puts us at, for personal services, 48,931. Office supplies,
I have 250.
same.
All right.
Garage and motor supplies, 1,500.
1,000 is what was here.
Put it down to 1,000 or give them 1,500? How much did they spend this year? Garage and motor supplies, they've spent $359.
Knocked a 1,000.
So 1,000. Janitor supplies,
4,000.
they've only expended 2,600 and they've asked for 6,000.
4,000.
4,000. Muscle or mouth.
Okay, so that's 4,552.50 under that line. Contractual cleaning, 30,000. What, Johnny? I'm sorry.
We better be cutting, if he's just spent $2,000 and he's asking for 6.
He spent over $2,000.
He spent over 2,000. We got one more quarter left, right? We've actually got a little bit more than one quarter. We put it down to 4, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably more reasonable, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Contractual cleaning, I don't think we can do anything with that. It's 30, right?
Yeah, it probably stays that way.
Clean floor window war memorial, 500.
A
Yeah.
contractor.
Didn't telephone say he could, I have it marked out. He said we could take it out, right?
To Andrews.
Yeah.
Cellular phone,
It was 0. The cell phone is
600. Utilities, 96,000.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. And then repairs and maintenance, 70,000.
Yeah, 50. What's he?
This year he's paid 29,761.
I'll leave it at 50.
Yeah.
Maintenance contract,
50.
50 is what he has this year too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts us at 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, can you ask a question about the maintenance contract? Because if you got other companies coming into the jail now, that's not the other companies that have the maintenance contract on there.
Are we paying, we were trying to hear from the commissioners if we're paying.
Nothing, they're sitting, yeah, they're sitting.
Who are we paying?
There's,
Because
the bills are sitting. Nobody's not told us where.
We don't know where they're paying.
from.
We haven't been.
if you got a contract with one company already, then you're trying to get another contract that does the same thing that company does. That's sort of redundant to do that.
I would agree. And that's what I'm saying. They're sitting there. I haven't touched these.
281, 281,
Same as 25.
What was it?
281, 281.
and that's our general. Cemetery Commission, this is the one we got the new one on, right?
Yes.
It's
At
gonna be,
28,523.
how do you add a line in here?
You go in, and you write, I probably need to,
Add a thing.
for cemetery, go in and hit
Can
the
we
one
leave that
below it.
cemetery commission
Right
until John gets back, cause I think they just made some changes.
Yeah, we can. We can.
No, let's cut him while he's gone, John.
He'll never watch this. Cut him. Thanks.
Well, I mean, it's just gonna be.
So let's skip over it and go to circuit court while he's gone.
And we'll tell him we zeroed it out.
Yeah, sorry, you weren't in the room, so we zeroed it out.
We
Well,
zero
we
your
put
budget.
in, he's got to do all the mowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he volunteered.
Got voluntold.
Oh, I dare you, don't think, John.
There are lots of funds in the current bill. Okay,
Well, most of them will just be pass-through funds because a lot of those are grants and things like that.
okay, so
The biggest
the
one is his general.
judge, we got 5,000 for a stipend, right? Senior court reporter,
You doing those, Johnny, or you fighting them?
I think we tried to cut them and I don't think that, I mean, every other county gives them.
I don't care.
It was done last year. It was done last year.
That don't make it right.
So
Okay.
what's the?
I mean, I'm not a council person, I'm just telling you what was done last year.
I don't wanna pay bonuses when we can't afford to pay the bills. I mean, we're looking at taking out bonds here and we're giving people bonuses, and I have a terrible problem with that. Just my thought, y'all do whatever you want.
Leave the 5, yes or no? The reasoning behind that is they're paid by the state, but the county gives them a $5,000 supplement to judges, prosecutors, somebody else. But there was a discussion had last time about saving money and
And we just removed one, so we give it back because we didn't remove them all. I would remove them all this year because we simply don't have the money. You know, we either make cuts or we borrow. That's our two choices.
Yeah, I'm going to say the opposite, and I'm in limbo. I'm gonna say market to hold, because the last thing I wanna do is cut somebody's salary on any level. So at the end of the day, I'm saying market as okay, let's go back and review at
if
the
we
end.
have to make it.
Because I don't wanna chop something like that now and end up, oh yeah, well, we're well in the green.
I hope
And then we
we're
just
not going.
wind up. But let's just say, I'm over here praying, you guys don't know.
Right.
But, needless to say, yeah, I think it is an area that we can keep in mind, but I think before we go and cut someone's salary, we need to cut everywhere else, and then we'll come back.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Senior court reporter, 41,060.
Yeah.
Assistant court reporter 1, 2, and 3 are 37,734.
I'm sorry, go back, what was senior court reporter?
41,060,
Okay,
and then the other 3 are 37,734.
what did we decide on, Judge Mounts?
Leave it for now.
Okay, longevity,
It's at 0 here. What's it?
600, so he's got somebody coming
Got
up.
somebody coming up.
Overtime,
For some reason I got knocked down to 1,000.
I thought he said we could take that down to
I
1,000.
thought he said too, because I wrote 1,000 down.
I did too.
on overtime,
Yes.
okay. Security times 3, that stays, right?
Yeah.
That's new in
I
here,
don't-
so.
I don't
Hey,
know.
that's Chris Judd. Can we cut him to 0? That was a joke, by the way,
Just for the record.
for the record.
It's 180, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then pauper transcript 7,500.
8250.
He's got that moved up.
What have we spent?
Pauper transcripts,
I think that's when he talked about,
Yeah, it was.
because he was gonna be running short, but
he is 6325.
what he spent, he's got another quarter to go, so 82 probably isn't unrealistic.
I'd say like
8250.
8250, yes.
Juror per diem, 3,000.
That's what he's got here.
Yeah.
Does this include, I mentioned the other day, putting all the juror stuff in a juror budget. Do you want to do that, or do we want to leave it spread around here and there?
We have not done it
We
yet.
haven't done that yet.
It has not been done yet, yeah.
So leave it at 3,000.
Yeah.
Office supplies at 3,500.
He's got 3850.
So he wants,
Where is he at? He got a quarter left to go, so he's in the 28, 3,000. Right?
Office supplies, he's at 115266.
You can leave it at 35.
I think we need to leave it at 35.
Public defenders is 6,000. Why does he have a public defender, but we have a public defender's budget?
You have to ask him.
Probably for,
Not trying to offend you, Judge. I just had a question the last time.
I don't know. I mean, maybe because sometimes all of the public defenders are conflicted out, but I would think that would be in the public defender's
That's
budget.
what I would think.
I don't know.
I don't even see public defender.
I don't even,
I see interpreter.
So it's not on the 26th.
you're appointed counsel.
Okay.
Postage
Postage was at 500.
Oh, you.
500, you're missing a bunch.
Yeah.
Interpreters,
Got interpreters.
Court appointed counsel.
Gal Circuit Court, and mental health evaluations.
Hold on.
The
I bet
gal
that
circuit
court appointed counsel has probably said what they says public defender on that budget.
Yep, because they asked for 6,000 last year.
Yeah.
They've spent 2,465.
All right.
So 3,500 on the six,
Still got, let's
I
say
think
4.
3,500.
4,000 on the court appointed counsel.
You guys keeping notes? 'Cause I'm moving.
Interpreters, he's spent 1,930 on and he's asking 4,000.
That's
I
what it was.
believe it.
Last year was 4,000.
The guardian ad litem for circuit court, this year he has spent 4,962, and he's asking for 8,800.
It was 8,000 last year.
Let's take it to 8. That's how good.
Mental health evaluations was a big one because they've went up, and he talked about that while he was in here.
It was 18 and 25.
And he spent 12, more than 12, almost 13,000.
Leave it at the 1980s asking for
Yeah.
it.
So we're leaving the court at 8.
And then dues and subscriptions.
Dues and subscriptions, he's at 1,100. He is at this year,
1,000.
he spent 545.
1,025. So
Okay. You skipped over travel and training.
travel was 2,000.
He was asked for 2,750 this year. He has spent
Thought he said
523,
they said they were gonna do a little bit more.
but they wanted to do more this year, yeah.
I'd leave it at $2,000 because we can't afford.
Did-
Everybody keeps overlooking the fact we don't have the money.
No one's overlooking it for sure.
Postage. Did you
Hopefully-
guys hit that?
Yeah.
Cell phone, 600.
600.
Leave it. at
Law
travel,
library,
So we left the
$3,300.
travel
It was
training at
3,025.
Now, they, I
How
think,
much has he spent?
Change it to 2,000.
2,000.
He spent $795.
What in?
Out of
Law library.
the request is 3,326. It was 3,025. He spent 1,700 bucks.
Mm-mm.
700, right? What'd you say?
795.
So I spent 800.
I'd cut it to a couple $1,000, guys.
1,500, 2,000.
I say 2,000, yes, because you still got 3.5, months roughly.
When we say dues and subscriptions,
1,000 on it. What else you got?
equipment repair,
It was 1,025.
that's what it is now. Yeah.
And he left the dues and subscriptions at 1,100,
No,
1,000.
1,000.
1,000 and 2,500 equipment repair and equipment. Is that what we did?
Equipment is 15,000 a year, but I think you bought some stuff that we agreed to last year.
Well, he only asked for 2,500 this year.
So going with the 2,500 on equipment,
Yeah,
because that's probably like if, I think they just got new recorder system or something, didn't they? Up there, Andrew was looking for it. I think that's what this number was for.
that's that, then.
What?
I don't know that.
I don't know. Somebody's gonna add that one up.
I'm trying.
She's working on it.
Personal services, I'm at 352, 112, 3,500, for supplies. Other services and charges. 19.8. Other services and charges, I get 45,400, which makes what I show the total budget to be out of general fund for circuit courts. $401,012.
$401,012.
Well, that's just that one. We're not in the
That's
general 4D referee or anything yet. That's just general circuit court.
The court's 4D referee isn't much. But the salary would probably change some. What is the salary on that?
28.5, if they're not showing here, 25.8.
25,982 is what it was in 25, so I guess it'll go back to that.
Yeah, we got a letter, I hadn't last time, there was a letter, and all they did is set up the 24 budget again.
What?
I don't think the judicial or the sheriff's got raises. this
I don't know.
mistake.
Paige, where are we at with coming up with real numbers?
I
Are
have
yours
them.
accurate or?
What did you say?
They're
I
better
don't
now
believe- I
because
gave
there
you
were
that paper
adjustments
last
made that I
time,
wasn't
made one
aware
copy.
of,
Let me see
so
if I can find it. There was
What
letters.
kind- wait a minute.
I have new
Let's
numbers.
wait till.
What kind of adjustments?
Because we used the
I didn't know if you
gateway
guys
budget
discussed it while I
that
was
the
gone,
council
so I asked.
adopted,
I will get that.
but there were adjustments to lower the appropriations on those budgets.
So let's get John
Because
back,
council
and
did,
then we'll,
council
dig into it.
denied part of the appropriations afterwards. I don't know, but I
No,
have,
that's not what happened at all.
well, I can tell you what the appropriations are according to the auditor's office, like. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's, you know.
Well, we knew the budget on Gateway wasn't correct because it was basically as though we gave everybody
So-
everything they asked.
So
and of
here's
course we
what
did not.
happened. So we put in the gateway budget and then we were given adjustments in May, where there has been further adjustments. So now I feel like I have the right budgets, which this looks a lot better.
Well, let's do that after lunch and John's
that's
back.
what I'm thinking.
So,
If you're good with that.
Finish this 4D
Yeah.
thing.
Heather, we're rolling through the 4D. 25,982 is the referee.
Okay.
24, are we just setting it at 25 because it's one person?
Yep.
425 is the FICA,
Wait a minute, 24 what?
425,
2425,
yeah, 2.
not 224, okay.
736 is per,
He's got 825.
Yeah,
that's the 10%, I would say.
Okay, group insurance.
Sorry, my mom takes precedence.
Nope,
Hey,
you're good.
Molly, you all right? All right, I'm in a meeting on live stream that you're talking to everybody in the county right now, but, no, you're good, I'll just make sure you're all right. All right, look,
Group insurance last year was 2,100, same this year. So I come up,
200, so it would be 31.
I don't have postage in there yet. 31,243, and then 200 under 3, which is right, okay.
Yep, all right.
So that's 31,443, right? $31,443, general 4D. Okay,
JDAI is a contract for 52,000.
wait a minute, wait,
If that's what's requested, that's what it was last year.
okay, 52,000 is what is this year. So that's fine?
Yeah.
Okay, JDAI 52,000. And now the magistrate, we got these last time.
Well, I thought they did, but
Magistrates.
Pulling it.
Oh, sorry.
It was in something different last year.
The Circuit Court General Magistrate.
So yeah, it was 37,734 for assistant court reporter.
Okay,
What was
does
it?
the magistrate get a
No,
supplement?
no.
If we're gonna give Mount his, are we gonna do hers at 1,500?
She didn't have one.
Huh?
She didn't have one in
Okay.
25.
So 37,734. Office supplies,
500,
550 this year. We gonna take it down to 500?
500.
Dues and subscriptions, 500.
Yes.
Travel and training, 1,100.
1,000 before.
1,000.
How much do they spend?
Location 964, 500.
500,
Yeah, 520 something.
Yeah. 1,000.
leave it 1,000.
Okay.
My vote.
Cell phone,
600.
so I heard, so where's the still
Okay.
1,000 on the travel and training? Okay.
so 500,
Dues and subscriptions is 500.
37,734 plus 500 plus 500 plus 1,000 plus 600 equals 40,334.
Yep.
Ugh.
I think we're gonna-
40,334, magistrate, general. Okay. Okay, public defender supplement, that's a whole different fund. Do we have,
Why do we have a public defender supplement if we have a public defender budget?
I don't know how much is in that fund. It's probably a statutory fund.
He's got pauper council and GLA 30 in them too.
I mean, that's the thing, like, it seems so redundant to have numerous ones. And maybe we have to, I get that, but no wonder we lose money. Cause like, what's the purpose of having Stephen come in here and do a budget and then have another supplement?
I think that's something you need to ask the judge.
Cause it ain't been touched, I mean, it's 100%.
Well, he's upstairs. Do you want somebody to go get him? Where's John at?
You want to the city hall? I mean, you guys want me to go ask him, or do we just fund it? Nothing's been touched out of it from last year.
Does that mean don't go back in our general, does it?
No,
No,
Maybe it's not this funded.
it's a whole different fund, but where does it come from? Do we know?
Let me see if I can research that.
Cause it seems kind of redundant to have a public defender
I think,
budget plus a public defender supplement budget.
I think you have to have that. Let me see if I can do it.
I mean, I'm not trying to be difficult, but I just feel like it would be a lot easier if you had everything in one area.
If it comes out of different budget lines, it might be a reason why you don't.
And it might be, I mean, and that's what I'm saying, there could be a perfectly legitimate explanation, or it just comes down to like the state tells you, screw you, that's what you're gonna do. You get that a lot too.
It does that quite a bit.
It's also, it might have to do with that the revenue for that supplemental comes from a place where it has to be segregated.
For that, and that's what I was asking Jennifer, where does the revenue for that come from?
Yeah.
Because if you don't use it, I guess it reverts back to it, which we could go look at that. Let's pull a ledger. I'm about to tie on feedback here in a minute. What are you doing today for lunch? Baling hay?
No, I guess, I like to go cut some, but I don't know if the sun's shining or not. Got some 2 days ago, and they had first look at sun.
Okay.
No sun, all clouds.
$119,000 in it?
It looks like we just deposit money in it and never take it out. Where it comes from the clerk, deposited into there every month. So there's some kind of a revenue generated
Yeah,
from
exactly.
something they do. Which I would guess then it's probably like a perpetuation fund type thing.
If he's got that kind of money, I don't see why we can't use it to pay part of his budget, maybe.
Fund some of the public defenders. Why can't you use it for that? If that's what it is, a public defender supplement. Why can't you alleviate 100,000 out of general for public defenders? At least give you a year worth of a break. Oh, yeah, you get that. I mean, wouldn't that be a good move if we're scraping for money?
We could use it for anything on the public defender.
Because their budget is. In 25, it was $608,000, and I think it's exactly the same for 26. So that would drop it $100,000 if you could borrow from that supplement for a year.
So that fund is required by statute,
There you go.
and the monies come from attorney's fees and costs incurred by the county as a result of the court-appointed legal services, but it has to be deposited in a supplemental public defender services fund established by the county.
What can it be used
I can
for?
tell you that in just a second, but
We should just pay her.
I gotta look for it. Go ahead.
You're just,
Use
well, they make it clear as mud.
Okay, so it may be used only to supplement the provision for court-appointed legal services and may not be used to replace other funding of court-appointed legal services. So the provision for court-appointed legal services.
So can we take the paupers out of that fund?
You could use it for court services.
It says you
To
can use it to supplement the provision, so the providing of court-appointed legal services.
So
That's all it says.
Public defender, $608,000,
Mhm.
and we funded it at general at 508, and then took 100,000 out of this account and funded
Well,
that.
is all of that court-appointed legal? To me, court-appointed means they couldn't afford an attorney. This is
That's
where I
all-
need your
that's all.
attorney
I
to
know.
come in here.
That's all
Well,
public
that's what I'm
defender
asking though,
is.
is if we can take the pauper service and the GAL guardian and even the the mental evaluation.
Right,
We can take that and fund those things. And judge in this year.
Free it up, so.
let's ask Heather for
Yeah,
sure,
we-
but yeah,
It's
it sounds like that
$40,000
you could do that. I know in a lot of counties,
Should we
they
tell,
don't,
should we tell Jennifer? She's already figured it out.
oh, she went to go with that, okay.
Yes, I don't know.
Give me a bill.
Cause you've got interpreters, counsel, GLA circuit court and medical evaluations. That adds up to several dollars here. There's 10, 18,000. That's $38,000 right there on the judge, on the circuit court. We could use that to pay that.
Well, is that court-appointed stuff, like somebody couldn't pay
That's
for
what I'm
it?
saying. It has
It has
to
to
be,
be
That's what
court,
they can't pay for.
a court appoint, well,
'Cause
to
like
me,
a-
that's what I
so that
feel
would
like
be
that
public
is.
defender or guardian ad litem, right? Would be the only two things.
It just says court-appointed legal services, so that means, to me, that means that you can't afford it.
And the name of this fund, which that's probably somebody here created, but public defender supplement, seems to me like you could use it for public defender
If it's court-appointed,
You know,
yeah.
supplement. It might be one way
I
out.
thought I had a good idea.
I ain't saying it ain't a good idea.
Where at?
We're talking about,
Go sleep.
talking about
Oh, God.
the budget they have for public defender supplement.
It's got $119,000 in it.
So I was wondering, could we use some of it to fund?
It's a fee for when people get a public defender. That's what they have to pay and it's put in there. Why it's kept separate, that I'm not sure. It might be something we'll have to talk to. Heather might have to find out.
So is that the pauper
It's
council?
because it's required by statute.
It is,
It's
okay.
required.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what she was saying. So I guess we just,
In the pauper council, and that's what they can't pay?
I think so. Let's
Well, that, like I say,
double check with that.
that's what it's paid into for, why not take it to,
which budget are you looking at?
I'm looking at the public defender supplement, but the judge has got the same thing.
Same one. So I wonder if we could use some of it. That's the thing, it's these double lines and stuff.
See, you got, well, you don't have pauper council in here.
I guess pauper.
Well, he's
pauper
got court appointed counsel is what he's got.
And then guardian ad litem, circuit court, which is, I don't know, it's probably
That's
gonna be,
$12,000.
gonna be a Jennifer question, or a Heather question. There's way too many
Well,
people
where'd she
to
go
keep straight today.
We'll get anybody to stay in here.
I know, right? We might get something done. We don't need them till we need them. The 4D, that's child support. I would say, what did he request in it? Is that his next budget? 4D, Title 4D incentive total? That's some of my child support money.
4,000. 13,000 total.
Yeah, it's the same. I would just approve it as is.
Yeah. You want to
Be my move on that one.
Yeah, I don't want to get nobody messed up on that. And the next one is,
Jury pay.
Jerry Bay.
It's 17,025.
Yeah, 17,000 way less than this year.
Is that the whole of it then?
Yeah. Well, at least got $500 in here for miscellaneous. Duty stuff.
17,500 is what he's asking for this year.
This year.
It's on there. It has to be, I think. Cause he had 15,000 in, yeah, he had 15,000 in jurors per diem and 2,000 in EMT. But the total was 17,500. So you guys wanna go up $500 on that or keep it at 17?
I think we just keep it at the 17,500 because I don't know what that miscellaneous is.
Well, and so how about this? How about we lower the EMT basic full-time because Nick said they never use that, he never charges them, to 1,500. That keeps it at 17,000 and gives him what he
That
wants.
sounds good.
That sound
good
fair?
to me, yeah.
That keeps the total line at 17.
Yeah.
All right.
The recovery court.
I'd say we just table that one for now.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I sent the email, I don't think you were in here earlier. I sent the email asking, could we pay that recovery court out of the opioid restricted? And Zach, Heather, and the judge all agreed, yes, you absolutely can. The only problem is there's like 335,000 in that account right now somewhere. I can look it up if you want me to, but in that range. And last night, Wednesday night at the commissioner meeting, they approved spending 325,000 of it on
The church.
that church building to renovate it. So if we choose to, we, the council, now have to vote to appropriate those funds. So we either vote to appropriate the 324 for that church building, or we reject that and voice our opinions that we would support this drug recovery court with those funds.
Just curious, so the number they come up with, is that the balance in that line, or in that budget? So they just come up with that number because that's the total number
They took,
that they had?
we were at a meeting, they took some bids and there was some discussion, some arguments and back and forth even between their attorney and them. And they ended on accepting a bid from Temple and Temple, right? And it was 300 and some change.
Okay, so it was an actual bid, not just, let's just allot this amount of money to remodel that.
How they came up with that bid, I don't know, but I can tell you that
324.5 is what I've got in my head, but I'm not sure.
We have questions, Heather.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I guess-
have questions too, so.
$324,500 is what they approved to send to us.
Where are we at?
They have a question on
What's that?
Indiana
Maybe there's something
Code
like lunch.
Which one you want,
33-40-3.
Just open to have Indiana code open right
Oh.
now.
Okay.
So anyway, that's coming before us to make a decision on.
33-40-3.
Now, I think the recovery court would directly affect more people and could possibly offset
Okay, so
some
what,
of these other charges.
what is your question?
Question is, that is listed as a public defender supplement. It hasn't been used that I can tell in a while, and there is
Well, this is what,
$119,000 in there.
this is what it says. The fiscal body shall appropriate money from the fund to supplement and provide court-appointed legal service for qualified defendants. Use of fund may only be used to supplement the provision for court-appointed legal services and may not be used to replace any other funding. So you can't, of court-appointed legal services. So you can't take away from the public defender's office in order to, by using this fund.
So you can't pay the public.
And there's
defender's
nothing else you
office
can do.
$500,000 and then supplement it at $100,000 out of this fund.
It doesn't revert, so it's only there. Well, it says
It doesn't revert.
it does revert. I mean, it just goes back to this fund. You can't do anything else but supplement court-appointed legal services.
Well, wouldn't that be pauper counsel?
That would be pauper counsel.
That's what
public
I'm saying.
defender.
Can we take any of that? and-
Well, I don't know. It depends. I don't understand maybe we need Judge Mount down here because I don't understand what is the difference then between pauper counsel and public defender? If he is appointing pauper's counsel, I'm assuming it means a public defender is probably what they use for the criminal term, and I don't do criminal law, so, and I assume the pauper fund means something maybe like a civil, like if they had, I mean, there's an ADR fund, so I don't know. Just says court-appointed legal services. Let's see if I can find a
I mean, here's my
definition.
question. There's $119,853 in there. How can we use it?
Public
Can I
defenders.
remove pauper transcripts and stuff like that from his budget and take it out of that?
Looking for a definition.
Him and ask him, I think that would be.
Yeah,
I can run up there and
I'll
see if
get,
he's
no, I'll just
available.
call him.
He might be on the bench. He don't have.
I
he
did
ain't
try
lying.
to call him and he didn't answer the phone.
He usually still hears. I don't know.
Hold
Are you-
on. Yes, sir.
Well, even court-appointed counsel is what he calls it in his court.
Yeah. I'm just asking.
So you just want to know why we can't use the
I'm
public
just asking
defender
if we
fund?
Could
We can make 40,000 out of there.
supplement something.
Let me run up to his court.
You know what I mean? Like, can we supplement something using some of this money because we're not using it?
To me,
On the court, so.
just says, I don't see a definition of what court-appointed legal services is.
I'm just saying we're scraping pennies and we're got 120 grand here that we're not using.
Can we use that to fund his special court he's on?
Actually, state board of counsel probably the best person to ask because they're gonna audit it, but
They can tell us.
I don't know if any of them, they might be.
You know, if he's got money lying there in a fund, then we could use it for that. I am not against,
But what she said, it has to be
It has
a,
to be used for the court. period.
no, it has to be a court-appointed service. So I don't think you can for recovery court because it's not, you're not coming in there saying, I don't have the money for an attorney or representation.
I know a
That's
lot
how
of drug
this-
addicts and none of them have any money.
They got money, but for only something.
You can throw something else out there, that he's wanting that one thing for $106,000, so you take money out of that and fund
That's
that.
what Johnny just said.
Oh, thank you, John, I appreciate that, everything all right.
That
But
tells you how.
I don't know.
He's listening to me, don't it?
I didn't hear you.
Huh?
That's the thing, I don't think any of us right here can hear.
I don't know if you can or not, but I just think if we're gonna think outside the box and you find an
I
account.
just sent a
that's
bill to
120
$106,000, give me $106,000. Judge's fund, which my builder, so he's gonna be asking me a question in a minute.
Hell no, I can't. If he agrees to, let me know.
I doubt he will. I had it on the speaker, you could talk to
They
him.
must have tied the gag John over at City Hall.
He's probably over
Dan
there.
Hardy sitting on him.
Here's some more lunch, there, Joe.
I love Dan Hardy to death.
I can't.
I tell her she was sitting there.
Well, apparently somebody is because they done messaged him whenever we were talking about it.
Oh, yeah, I think he messed with them, these.
Oh, did I thought somebody might be watching. They probably don't care.
We don't have any comments here. We get some of them on the commissioners ones.
I probably don't even want to know what those are.
Which is good.
I got enough comments sent to me about somebody's clothing attire the other Wednesday night.
Me?
No. You weren't in a meeting Wednesday night.
Oh.
I said, I'm not a babysitter. I'm not playing that game. Whatever happens,
I
happens.
work for a living. If I gotta come in here in my skivvies or whatever, that's what I gotta come in in.
I don't think that was a problem.
It will be if that happens. I'm just telling you, that will become a problem.
Somebody will see if they kidnapped Lizzie's.
Did you get that figured out about?
She went
the
to
supplement?
see the judge. He wouldn't answer the
We got
phone.
one at the
Oh,
judge, we got one at City Hall.
Yeah, we lost. We're
people.
losing. They're dropping like flies
Dropping
around
like
here.
flies.
Can we get food delivered or something?
Hey,
I'm
we're-
gonna start getting hangry.
I know.
I would even,
What's up,
I'd offer to pay for it. Is there pizza or anything? that
We'll
we
There's
can
a
have?
pizza place over here, and their pizza's good, but their salad bar is amazing.
Oh, okay.
There's the bistro across the street, and they have wonderful
I think
food.
Oh,
we
just
can
to
break
walk
for
or-
lunch here in a minute. Maybe right at 12, break, go eat.
Oh, you know, I think the judge might have said they might. Is the Leo Car like serving lunch today?
They went there.
I think they might have. Yeah, I think he might have. I don't know if he's there yet, but I'm just saying that might be.
Yeah, I don't know if the FFA's doing it or not, but I know I think they're about the one down and do lunch on the
Well,
fire department's done. Well, the fire
there's a
department-
group down there because Stacy does it, and I think she said they're doing tacos and beans and cornbread and
That's, one big True Bloods, wasn't it, where she
It
used to
could
do?
be. Yeah, I have no.
Her,
Yeah, I think it might be that.
Her
Gary,
and Wilma Hall.
might be.
Wilma Hall used to have a little thing there for.
Do we want to move on to something else? I tell you right now, the clerk's gonna take a while, because whenever we get to election, we didn't fund an election in 25, we have to in 26. That's gonna be one that's gonna take a little while. Community corrections, I think you just approve their budget as is, my opinion, because they have a board that oversees theirs. It's their money, we really don't have anything to do with that. You agree?
Well, yeah. Come on, man,
No,
What about
really.
I'm trying to run a business and I'll tell guys what to do and.
I mean, I think that's a easy, as John says, low hanging fruit to get knocked off of our list. We already did county commissioners best we could. How about our budget? You can go through it. It shouldn't take very long.
How about the corner budget? It's not next after all these cities.
All right.
We're gonna do the clerk. we can't do
The corner budget's just probably gonna be about like it was in 25, I would say.
How about community corrections? See, they got a lot to
She's
do.
back. He's not there.
He is on the bench. He's coming right down as soon as he's got one more criminal defendant to go
That's fine.
through.
Are we doing the county corner at what it was in 25?
Wait a minute, what do we do with the clerk?
We skipped that. That's gonna take a while.
Clerk and sheriff
I'm not-
last. So we'll be here tomorrow.
I'm not digging into.
Oh,
We're not.
that's me.
Yeah, no, I
Okay, for 48 hours.
doubt it.
I got way too much that one on one.
Yeah, something else will catch it.
Sounds like JR and I will be in a room.
Yeah. Figuring, well, we need to, after lunch, we're digging into the sheriff.
He's back.
That's just how it's gonna have to be.
Did you make it?
You want to talk about something else right now?
No, we're just talking about lunch, use mine.
My friend.
You wouldn't believe the committee that put you on.
Oh, yeah, the cemetery fund, we did 0 too.
Is
that okay?
I'll send some cows out there.
We volunteered, you do all the mowing.
We got 2 volunteers doing it anyway. They have an interlocal agreement for a lot of people.
Oh, go right out here and take a right, and then it's on the right.
Okay.
Don't do the first one, it's the men's. I do that all the time. I start going in, I'm like.
It's clean, it's clean.
Jan gave me a copy of an interlocal agreement. This is an assignment. So I'm guessing between the commissioners, this council, not this council, the past, and Austin and Scarper. And basically, and I think this has been this way forever. I think they're just signed on to kind of what my memory showed me, it's, we pay half of the total,
Of operating or budgeted?
all.
That's one or the other.
Okay, all of it. We pay, we're paying, and we've, they've sent us, we paid 2 bills already this year, we pay in quarters. That 156 is the total budget. And of course, they pay, Austin Shopper pays the other half. So our numbers, this first two, I've got it written down here, I think it's like around 65,000 each quarter. Wasn't it? Yeah. So that's what we're paying. Now last year, 24, it was like 145,000. So this year is actually showing a little less. So the numbers they added, I don't know exactly how they, well, 150,000, 6,000, 1,000 total budget. The worst thing could happen to us now, not the worst thing, not a big problem, is they're gonna give employees now a 2% raise, which could be filtered into this at some other later point. It wouldn't be too much, I think they have 3 employees. But that's the total budget. She's got it here. If you guys, anyone want to look at this, you're fine, make me copies. But that 156 isn't far off. It's probably maybe a little high. But if we go 75 or something else, we're gonna be back. If we're paying 65,000 every quarter.
So who can answer
It'd be
this?
more like 130 or 45,000.
Who
You're
can
saying
answer
thirty
this?
thousand per quarter.
Yeah, 60 a quarter,
No.
60
4
a quarter
quarters,
would be,
200.
would be 240,000.
40.
No, that's not it. I know, I understand what you're saying, but what they're paying is about $65,000 a quarter. I got it written down there somewhere.
That's total amongst all
Every-
3
Per quarter. No, that's our payments.
That can't be
We
right.
will pay in
Because
a
if we
year's
did
time
4
about
quarters,
100.
if you did 4 quarters at 65,000, that's $260,000.
I've got it. That's not, well, anyway, maybe I've got this wrong.
Well, it
But
says
it's-
all right there, it says
I got
30,000.
that, that's not what it is. I just felt, I'm sorry if I
No, you're
misunderstood,
fine.
misrepresented you. But our total will be,
I'm confused, that's okay.
yeah, I
I'm easily
understand.
confused.
But that number is not far off.
So who could answer this question? How many animals do they pick up
Well, that
for us to pay half?
this is the decision we're operating off on this one,
They're probably doing, per capita.
and they're all for meeting us. They're all for somebody meeting and working out a new interlocal agreement.
That's gotta be the commissioners, it can't be
The
the.
commit, well, that is true, but the council also signed this one in Scottsburg and Austin. And I say signed, none of it's signed, but I'm gonna guess.
Can we do
There
a
probably
phone
is a
call
signed
tonight?
agreement somewhere.
I'm gonna have to leave because that temporary ground I had replaced twice in the last week for partying.
Yeah.
And the only time they could put me
Let
in
me
is 1 o'clock.
I know I'm telling you right, and giving bad information.
Yeah, but it goes bad when mom and dad are both here.
I get it. We'll get through it. I mean,
But
I
Paige
think
is here, so that's good.
Paige is here, so we can
My phone calls this morning?
get some
Oh, my.
numbers for,
Okay. Here,
I mean, I think
can read
at this
that
point, our
right
biggest
now.
hurdle
Yeah,
is the
probably
sheriff's
like email.
department. We have to dig through that. So maybe we
Statute.
break for
I
lunch.
will do that right now.
156.
Wife just showed me an email where my wife apparently quit her job a minute ago and sent everybody an email.
So
So
my thing actually.
I guess I gotta.
Didn't the commissioner say didn't Zach say on record last night that it was not illegal to
And
hire?
the overtime they get and that
I
kind
don't
of stuff.
She apparently is,
Divide that by 4.
tired of it, the way she's been treated. I don't blame her, so
All right, are we breaking? Are we going off record?
I guess.
Kinley, you know how to take us off record?
And two quarters already been paid.
You're up, Kinley.